Look at that. I'm so impressed.
It's been a weird week for me.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. Before we even get started, I have to fix the camera.
Your legs are so
It's Wednesday, my
Yeah,
weeks.
that's what I thought. That's why I asked.
Almost there. Oh no.
Finally Wednesday.
Oh no. Technical difficulties.
Oh,
Journey.
that's not good at
That's
all.
what it's
You
from.
couldn't hire somebody to do this for us?
Oh, shut the fuck
You
up.
couldn't manage. Get my cock out of your mouth.
We're almost there.
We should have a tech person that just sit in a chair there and watch us the entire time.
Listen, we can't even get people to watch the stream. Why would anyone pay? Or why would we pay anyone?
Yeah, if you're watching the
Well, if you
stream,
pay
you're an
them.
idiot.
Listen, if anybody wants to the stream wants to be here live, we need a tech person.
What a moron!
You fucking idiot.
One of you can just cry and say that this is the
If
only
anyone
thing
wants
that you do
to
outside of your house because you're very
think they're gonna get
transgender
paid.
Jewish.
And think that I'll give them money.
Trying to
I wasn't
get
saying
more
money.
things when I already.
Whoa.
Alright, we're fixed again. Guys, it's Wednesday.
That was
We're here to play D&D. Welcome to Perspective Check. Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
I'm so out of it today.
You can go.
So
You
tired.
can go
I just
fund our
wanna play
Indiegogo. Our
Okay, that's all.
technical.
Fuck.
Why couldn't you all just call
person
off
salary?
Destiny today?
We have Patreon now.
Yeah, we have a Patreon and a GoFundMe for a technical person.
Do we?
We don't have any of these things. It's all lies.
It's all lies.
I'll be the
But-
technical person.
Listen, I would be content if you would follow us.
This stream
But-
does sanction the listening of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Well, yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
If you don't condone that, you're a heathen.
Yeah. Burning.
And yeah. Anyways, so guys, welcome to episode 13.
Oh my.
Oh my
I
god.
think we're up to 13.
I haven't even found Clarody yet.
Hey, shout out to my roommate's girlfriend Katie for 2 free sets of dice because I'm too poor for buying my own.
Did she give me some dice?
No, sorry.
Aw.
Well, I'll ask her if she can just provide dice
She'll
for
probably
everyone.
just give you some,
Yeah.
honestly.
She just gave them to me, so
She'll see
shout
this,
out Katie.
She'll see this episode in probably like 4 weeks.
She'll never see it.
I need some new
No, she said that she was watching through
She is
YouTube
backlogging.
things.
I wonder if Steve's caught up yet. No, I yelled at you.
Yeah, no, I uploaded the last 2.
All right,
Good
good.
now.
We're all up to date.
Hey, tell your roommate's girlfriend I need new dice.
I'll let her know.
Me first though.
I'll trade
dibs.
you 36 eggs.
Yeah, I've been waiting for those eggs.
I was gonna get them today, but I had to go back to the apartment real fast, and I got out of work late.
It's all right. I'll forgive you. Hey, let's play
47
D&D.
pounds.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. Lazy DM.
God bless your heart if you.
All right,
actually
guys, we're gonna
make
go ahead and
through
call
all
it
the
now.
YouTube channels. Yeah, call it.
Stream's
He's gonna
over.
kill everyone.
Stream's done. Canceled.
Meteor Swarm, you're all dead. You all take 700 points of damage. Guys, on the last exciting episode of Dungeons and Dragon Ball Z. Nocturna, our band of adventurers, traveled into a mine, forced into a contract by a thieves guild in the city they were at before, the Order of Discord. Forced into this contract to come into this mine and clear out whatever it was that had stopped operations. After an encounter with a pair of Umber Hulks, they found their way down into a more centralized chamber of the mine, where they found a young Behir and its parents.
Parents.
Parent. There was only one.
Bless that.
You monster.
What?
Let's go back. We have to go back.
Yep, we gotta go back now.
Shit.
We have to kill
No,
I didn't-
no metagaming here.
I didn't say parents.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I said parent.
First time you said parents.
I did not.
Watch the tape.
Uh,
Roll the tape! Roll the tape back!
Guys, okay, Kansas stream. Look at the line. Alright, so.
I'm gonna spend this session rewatching.
Fucking
last
rules
session.
lawyer.
Just rewatching every, like, 30 seconds. No.
You said parents.
Oh, we got a parent store in here. I see what's going on here.
Everyone has disadvantage on their first roll of the night. So,
Let's get that one out.
the encounter started very poorly, but with a banishment from Sindal,
Yeah.
the encounter was able to be turned around. Eventually, slaying both the creatures. They found a small hoard of treasure that the creatures had amassed, and went down into one of the tunnels that the creatures had originally come up. Getting down towards the bottom, they heard voices in a language that they didn't understand, and unsure of what it potentially could have been, they collapsed the tunnels, worked their way back up into the mine, and finishing exploring, they checked out one more of the tunnels, where they found a battered and blood-covered human by the name of Riso.
Yes.
How did we spell that, by the way?
Just R-I-S-O. It appeared that he had managed to live and survive in this mine by, for the last month and a half, by, consuming some of the other dead miners that were in the dead-end tunnel that he was in. Escorting him out, the group traveled back up the mine to the entrance where they originally came in, and that was where we left off. Also, Lily is going to be late tonight. Tim will be here eventually. So, guys, left off later in the day, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. It's pretty dark out at this point. What do you guys want to do?
I thought we had decided to camp.
Mm-hmm.
We had.
Yeah, you guys had
mine.
started to make camp near the entrance. It's not difficult. There's wood. There's dry wood in the forest. Well, dry enough wood in the forest nearby. You guys go and gather up things for a fire. There's broken chests that are inside the mine where you guys were. Gather up some of those materials as well. Make yourselves a small fire. Set up camp.
While we're setting up, so tomorrow, I can take us back to Kalasari, using magical means at any time that we choose.
Instantaneously.
Yes, basically.
Well, had we known that, could have stayed longer in the mine.
Yes, I didn't want to.
Fair enough.
Well, we need to get back. We're not going back to Kalasari first. We're going back to Nog.
Right.
So, you guys begin setting up camp, have everything all set up. What is your watch order?
First watch, dibs.
First watch?
Third.
Third?
Nothing ever happened.
I'll go last.
Fourth?
I'll do second.
I'll also do second. I was picking up on somebody else's watch because I have no perception.
Oh, you're investigation.
I can't investigate possible danger.
Correct. Make a perception check.
Ooh, that one. It's a solid 7.
Okay. So, as you all
Normal one.
set in for your watch for the night, Korak, you stoke the fire, keeping an eye out. Everything seems quiet. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
Jesus.
19.
Oh my god. 9? Oh.
I had to see if there was any negative, but it's just a 0.
Do you have a negative modifier for anything?
No, but I always think that I do.
Your stats are dope.
Well, I mean, they're all like 1 and 0, but
There are no Fenrir stats.
there's no negatives.
And did you
I
also
thought you rolled
roll
like
for
just
yours?
as good as I did.
He rolled, but he roared mediocrely.
I'm sorry, what did you say the number was?
19.
As you sitting there.
Get more organized in my life.
All of a sudden you feel this sharp, intense pain kind of in your head. It feels like the worst migraine you've ever had. Lasts for about a second. And you immediately get in your head the thought, slowly fucking with me again? Look around and everyone's asleep around the
That
fire.
permanent fear spell is still lingering.
You don't see anything, everyone's asleep around the fire.
Keep that to myself.
Okay.
Don't want to think I'm going crazy.
The rest of your watches
Letting that pride.
go by pretty uneventfully. Unless there's anything you guys want to talk about on your watches, but
Did I
other
take
than
any
that,
damage?
Beat the check.
You said the rest of the watches go by uneventful?
Mm-hmm. He said he kept it to himself. So, you all rise up the next morning. The day is yours. I'm assuming you guys start traveling back towards an arc.
How many days is it before
Winter?
winter?
You guys have about... Open up my
Handy dandy notebook.
calendar here.
Thanks, Steve.
You guys have about 20 days
So once it goes straight back.
until Narc hits.
We're
Or
trying
until
to-
winter hits.
We're trying, how long does it take us to get up here? Like 5 days or 10 days?
About 5 or 6 days
To get to the mine.
to get to the mine from Narc.
Kelisari, or from Narc.
From Narc.
Okay.
Kelisari, you're like 2 months away from,
Okay,
from there.
okay.
I don't know if we don't want the.
Well, if Sandal has the ability to immediately bring us back to Kalasari, we'll make plenty of time. That'll put us a few months ahead of schedule.
Well, we only need to report into Narc that we've completed our mission. We don't actually have to make it back to Kelisari within the time frame.
That's also true.
So, Sindal, what was your plan?
Well, I see no reason to immediately go back, and that might raise some question as well. Certainly would assume that I'm a practitioner of the Arcanauts, but not necessarily that I have the capabilities to simply teleport us back. That being said, I would like to get this business done as quickly as possible, but also we are here in Knock, and we don't know when we'll be back. So there were a few things that we left unfinished in Knock.
Nice.
Yeah, I think personally I'd like to spend some time there with the boys.
Let's
We still have that guy with us, right?
He seems to eagerly eat his breakfast as it's last night and this morning are the first time that he's had actual food in the better part of a month. Just seems to be sitting quietly and watching for what you guys are deciding to do. Says, I'd like to go home if it's possible sooner than later.
Are you from Knock or are you from one of the farms around it?
I live in the Sunken District of the city.
Oh, okay.
What's it like down there? We've never been.
You would know if you've been to the Sunken District. It takes a while to get down the elevators. It's fine enough. It's not ideal, but it's better than living outside the city.
Did you choose to work in that mine of your own accord?
Well, yeah. Gotta make money somehow. Come out to the mines to work for the summer and fall, and in the spring they're usually preparing things, getting things cleaned out after the winter. And then we worked through that part of the 2 years, and
So they don't usually run the mine through the winter?
normally keep it barely open. It's hard to move any of the materials that you dig up to and from the city with so much snow.
Interesting. Have they ever had any other situations remotely similar to this? Of a creature?
I've been working in the mine for about 10 years. Occasionally we'd have some critters come up into the mine, but nothing the guards couldn't handle.
I see. What do you know about the possibility of there being underground or more? Is there a civilization or some sort down there? Or is it?
I haven't heard of anything being near the mine. I know I've heard that there's a colony of deep gnomes that live somewhere in this region, but
Fucking Tim.
but no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else it would have been. I haven't ever seen any in the mine.
Yeah, I see.
I wonder if that's what we heard when we were down there.
Possibly. I feel like we would make enough noise that they would be a little more aware. I don't think they were an issue.
I would think they would.
While I would have been curious, I still didn't want to risk that. Either way, what will you do now that the mine is not in operation?
As soon as you cleared out the mine, I'll go back to Narc for the winter, and if they have work again come spring, I'll come back to work.
I see.
Sets down his bowl. Well, what's the plan, guys? Can I go home?
The plan is we take you back and you report to this lady what you saw and that we took care of it. And then I don't see why you can't go home.
Okay, I'll
Look
talk
at
to
me.
whoever. I mean, you guys saved me. I thought I was gonna die down there, and I'll talk to whoever you want me to talk to.
I mean, does that sound like the plan?
That's good. That's our proof that we did our deed. And hopefully we'll be free of this debt.
And just so that you guys are aware, with the way that you guys would have had to have gone out of the mine, there's no way he would have been able to go through that main chamber without actually seeing the corpses.
Right.
So he did actually see them. So guys start heading south back towards Narc.
When he's not paying attention, I kind of go up to each person and be like, I wish to head back a little bit slower, just so they don't have time to reopen the mine at all before the winter starts.
Yes, that shifter did ask us.
He asked us, and honestly,
I don't think it'd be very cost effective anyways, but yeah, there's no reason to tempt fate.
right.
Okay. And just so you guys know, you guys have the option of, you guys cut across farmland to get here.
Yeah.
You can take the other way, which takes about 8 days to get back.
Or scenic.
Yeah, if you follow along the roads.
Let's do that.
I'll take the longer route, the pretty route.
So,
That was
Perfect.
though. That was quick.
when do you just want to get him paper towels?
Yeah. Bitch boys.
Man, one beer really gets to me these days.
It's salty.
So, as you make your way back, taking the more scenic route again, you guys pass by farmland. You guys have your horses that you came on originally, as well as Lune. Who's going to let Riso ride with them?
Well,
We all have a horse, right?
Correct.
He can just ride on mine.
Everyone always wants to leave the car behind.
I'll walk.
So, and yeah, you guys aren't really pressed for time, seeing as you're sort of Korak, you'll walk on foot, but you guys go, and with him being on foot, it takes a little bit longer, but it takes about 10 days. You guys pass by farmlands, you pass by the occasional small little village as you go. There's a roadside inn, but it all seems to be mostly nothing really happening. But as you, about 10 days pass, you guys see in the distance, earlier on in the morning, in the distance, the city of Nark. You guys approach via the Sapphire Gate, which is the north gate. The gate made of a dark wood with blue sapphires set into it almost the whole way through. As you pass through the gate, you guys just heading straight to the Hanged Kerchief.
We spoke with his name, his daughter. We gave her the charm. No, it's one of the things that we had left to be done. Trentmitis, yes. Well, we do have Riso with us, so I believe that we should just get to it.
Right.
Okay. So you guys make your way through Coralon's Exchange, which is the merchant area of this city. Passing through, again, you see the extravagant shops as you go, and eventually making your way around the western side of the city. You pass by and see on your left, you guys pass by and you see a high-walled area of the city. Not the extremely high walls that surround the entire exterior of the city, but slightly higher walls that you can see guards patrolling. As you pass through one of the bisecting walls, you make your way into the southern quarter and make your way towards the Hanged Kerchief. As you guys walk in, you see, being midday, bar's fairly empty. You can see that there's only one other patron. Besides, you see the dwarf sitting at the one end of the bar with the hand axe embedded into the bar top. Same place as you saw him before, a half-empty mug of ale in front of him. Turns and watches as you come in. You see the tan-skinned Goliath female, Naxi, as she sits in the back with her feet up in her up on the edge of her booth, and you can see an elderly gentleman just sitting there. Looks like he's eating lunch, and standing in front of him, you see the short black-haired form of Basilia. She walks in and says, "Gorak, you and your friends are back already."
Indeed, it was not much of a task.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear all about it. Go find yourselves a seat. I'll be over in just a minute. And you guys go and take your seat at the table. And she walks into the back room. She calls, "Naxi, cover the bar." You see her stand up, walk over. As you can see, the elderly gentleman at the bar, she's just standing in front of him, just staring at him. And he is just very hurriedly sets down his plate, sets down a few silver pieces, and hurriedly shuffles out of the bar, very clearly uncomfortable with her just staring at him. A minute or two passes, and she walks back out from back room, and you see that she comes walking out holding a small chest, as well as a rolled up piece of paper with an inkwelling quill sticking out of the top of it. She sets it down. So, you and your friends say that this was no difficult task. Tell me all about it. What was happening?
That was a bit of an understatement by our friend, but we managed to hold our own. There was a mess down there.
Yes, your entire mine was essentially slaughtered.
We
Well-
did manage to save one individual.
She looks to the haggard-looking gentleman that's between all of you. I'm assuming that's you. She kind of nods his head. Yeah, they found me down in the mine. I've been down there for a while, and if it wasn't for them, I probably would have starved to death down there. I saw it. I saw the creature. Big and blue. It looked like a big, long snake, and
But here's
they all killed it. The here's is in plural?
there was a young one and what looked to be a parent, but we only found 2.
Interesting. I don't know much about them, so that might be normal. It's common amongst predators that they don't raise, both parents don't raise kids, but could be the other one's around. But it'll be good to know. We can send properly equipped people to deal with it. If there are more, they can go and explore out the rest of the mines.
It burrowed a tunnel into the main room of the mine. We killed it and collapsed the tunnel.
Well, you made-
Get through that.
You made it that much easier for our men then. We can get back to work as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get back up and at least get a few people up into the mine before winter to at least work on getting things back into ship shape, but might have to wait. It's a little close to winter at this point. Might not get there in time. But either way, she pulls out the sheet of paper and she starts writing on it. Okay. And I'm sorry, what did you say your name was again? Oh, Riso. Riso. She keeps writing down on the, she writes out for about 2 minutes. You see her writing out very fully on this whole sheet. She signs it, slides it into a tube.
Whenever she asked him his name,
Mm-hmm.
did he look nervous about this conversation at all? That she was
Well, an insight check.
asking something specific like that? Sorry, insight. 18.
18. Text it.
Okay.
We see that she finishes signing the sheet, puts the top on the scroll, sets it down. Well, it's as simple as that. You're off the hook. But before I go, I don't know exactly what the context of this is, but I have a delivery for all of you. She kind of pushes it towards you, Korak.
Is it like a box that's wrapped
It's
up?
like it's just a small chest with like a very simple, not lock, but just like you can just pop it open. It's just a small latch on it.
How big is it?
Is it about the size of a human head?
About this big.
Yes.
What's in the
Yeah,
box?
go ahead and open it.
You open it up, and you see a letter
Aww.
on the top.
Oh,
Boo!
It's reachable.
Immersion broken.
To my new business partners, I do hope this finds you when you return with good news to Basilia. I have sent you a reward in the case my hopes have come true. I hope this helps to smooth things out between us so that we may continue to do business in the future. Lasher. P.S. I believe one of you left me a gift, but it went over poorly, so I wanted to return it. No hard feelings, really.
And as you pick up the letter and look underneath, you can see a large brown sack that, as you kind of touch it and lift it up, it sounds as if it's full of gold. And as you lift it up, you see underneath that, in the bottom of the box, is a severed hand holding a knife.
Is it a nice knife?
It's a normal,
It's just kind of a
just like a dagger.
What is-
shitty knife.
Why is there a hand?
Did one
A
of you-
gift?
Did one of you do something?
He seems to think so.
He thinks one of us sent an assassin after him.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Wouldn't be a very smart move.
I mean, I don't even know anyone.
None of you did, correct?
No. I like to do it myself if I do it.
Well, he says, no, I would have done it myself. No, that's not actually what she says.
He's already dead, and Lily's assumed the mantle of Lasher.
Um,
Not here now.
And Basilia, kind of seeing it, just kind of squints her eye a little bit, shrugs. Lasher can be a bit paranoid, so if someone tried to kill him after you had your business, he might have jumped to conclusions. It's hard to say.
An unfortunate circumstance.
But either way, I believe that concludes all of our business. On behalf of the Order, truly, we're not all as bad as Lasher is. She just kind of tilts her head to the side, stands up. If you'd like anything to drink, I'll be at the bar. Noxie, you're off duty now. Oh, thank God. And she just
I
walks
think I
over.
will have a stiff drink, though.
All right, coming right up. She pours you a nice whiskey.
Slide over some coin.
She takes it. Yeah. So, taking some time counting it out, there are 2,000 gold pieces in the satchel that he gave you.
Was that part of the other? I didn't write it down. I don't really remember what our deal was.
I didn't
like the
think
exact.
that
There
was
was no deal.
He
deal
didn't
as
promise
far
us
as
any gold.
Yeah, it was just for your father's life
Essentially,
and our freedom and our lives.
The letter that he sent to Korak said that he hopes that this helps to smooth over any ill will in the hopes to do business once again in the future.
Actually, Sinzal, I don't feel like I really trust any of this. Is it possible that he could have imbued a curse or something on something in this, and we're just setting ourselves up for another trap? Would you be able to sense any kind of dark spells or whatnot? It's a bit of a long shot, but I feel like with dealing with these people,
I suppose you never know.
I mean, God, there's a hand in here.
I'm gonna pick up the hand and stick its finger in Lily's ear.
Oh.
Okay. As she is sitting, she herself was also ordered a tall ale.
Naturally.
She is grabbing it with both her hands and kind of lifting up the mug. All of a sudden, she freaks out and slaps at it as there's a cold, stiff hand that has now jammed its finger in her ear.
It's less fun to not hear, but still, it's worth it.
But I suppose that I could look at the dagger. That would be the only thing I would think of. The gold, what would be the purpose of doing something with gold? You would just spend it.
I mean, I really don't think he has any point in cursing us and flopping the hand around.
I think apparently he thinks we tried to kill him.
Yeah, so
It flops somewhat. It is fully
Pretty
rigor
rigid,
mortis.
yeah.
Kind of smells a lot.
Kind of smells a lot.
I think that he's a businessman who wants to keep good business partners. He blackmailed us into doing the work, but he's trying to
Instill the fear that he could do this to us as well.
that, but also keep us hopefully willing to do work for him again, showing us that he can pay.
I mean, I suppose in a way I do respect the gesture.
Right. Ooh. Not that I really want to do business with him ever again.
Well, do you want me to look at the dagger then? How about that? I'll take some time and ritualize and identify on the dagger, just in case. It's
Oh, and also just so you guys know, because of the time traveled, hit points are restored.
Right.
Spell slots, the whole 9 yards. Take a moment, cast detect magic on it. It's a regular dagger.
Okay.
Steel and make. It's well enough crafted.
Is there any marking that would signify an owner on the dagger?
Make an investigation check.
21.
21. You can see dagger itself is pretty nondescript. There's no markings in particular, other than there is a single small red cord that is wrapped around right underneath the hilt where the handle is, and that sticks out to you.
A small red cord.
Yeah, there's like a small string, like a red string around the bottom of it.
Well, it's not cursed and it's not magical. Although I can't guarantee it's not cursed, but it's not magical. I believe it has to be magical to have a curse.
I don't see any reason for us to even keep it.
No, it's just a dagger.
Right, we can just discard it. Oh, we can just go spend this money right now and get rid of it.
That's true.
Well, he's not going to rob us. We could hold on
No,
to
if
it.
we're worried about the gold being cursed, we could just go spend it.
The gold is not cursed, it's gold.
Oh, you should.
Well,
The bag. Get rid of the bag.
I saw it with detect magic.
We could still go spend it.
So, if you want to add up and divvy up the gold that you guys have found before,
Oh yeah.
you guys have found a lot of money.
So.
Our silver-tongued banker.
Maybe not inside the bar, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh yes. Let's go. Let's go find.
BASILIA.
Or 13,700 gold, I think.
Risa, were you able to get back to your home yourself?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I know how to get back
Do you
from
need
here.
anything to get yourself on your feet?
Oh, I mean, money always helps. He just kind of smiles meekly.
I tossed him 20 gold pieces.
Ooh. Takes it and shink, sticks in his pocket. Thank you. I really can't thank all of you enough. Really. Thank you. And he just kind of stands up and walks himself out of the bar.
Rita, was it?
Resell.
Have a good day.
Oh, thanks. Walks out.
He was the barman. So he was a cannibal, right? He ate those people down.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh man, that's.
Well, I mean, I don't know that makes him a cannibal.
Well,
He had to cannibalize flesh to live, but
For sure.
where do you draw the line? I don't know.
Hopefully he didn't like it.
I hear that once you taste it, you hunger for it forever.
Zorn, why did you give him 20 gold?
that might just be your.
So the man can
Bit
get
of
to the
the
winter.
orcish
If
lineage
his
sticking out.
job was. If he was
No, they do that all the time.
he was in the mine for so long, not getting paid for work. He probably doesn't have any money to get through the winter. I don't know if he has a family. We never asked him.
I was thinking about that. I wondered if he had a family.
I mean, if he has family members that are waiting for him to come home with money to feed them through the winter, then
No, I doubt they thought he'd ever come home.
Kind gesture.
it's the reason I'm doing this. One of the reasons. And I will add our
Okay.
absurd amount of money real quick.
So, while you're adding that up and then divvying it up,
We also have some loot that I have written down, just like that we need to find a place to get appraised and sold.
Loot.
Like just gems and these gold blocks. I say that low voiced.
right? And the only other two people that are in the bar are Noxie and the dwarf, who the dwarf is occasionally looking up to you, and anytime any of you catch his gaze, he just picks up his hammer or his axe and slams it back down on the bar. Takes a drink. She goes back to looking at it, and then Noxie has just straight up fallen asleep in the booth. He's just spittle kind of rolling down the side of her cheek. So while he adds up your guys' money, what do you guys want to do? You guys have a free compass. First time in many months that you guys have essentially just had free reign to do what you want.
Alright, so we have
Let's go.
2,283.3 repeating, of course, gold.
How much? Sorry?
So
2,000.
3.33 silver.
2,283.3 repeating, of course, gold.
That's not right.
So,
We got 11,000 and
And
mine.
plus 2,000. That's a 2,283.
There was an additional 800 if you didn't write that down.
Wait, I'm sorry. Didn't you say 2,000?
You have additional.
He's saying after split.
Oh, each.
That's I think what his number is.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad,
that's
my
after
bad,
me
my
splitting
bad,
it.
my
Yeah,
bad, my bad.
I split it.
Wow, Jesus.
because we had,
Most gold I ever had.
how much did we have in total?
So it was 11,700 all.
Oh,
Yeah, plus 2,000 that you
Hey!
Plus the 2,000 we just got, so 13,000 something.
And then I divided that by 6.
That only comes out to well, I guess that comes out to.
2,200 and...
Jeez.
I did it, it's in the calculator.
No, dude, I totally believe you. I just didn't know that you meant split up.
I didn't do the math in my head.
I thought you just forgot about the 11,000.
No, I kept it.
So,
One more time, the 2,800.
2,283 gold pieces each.
And 3
So
silver.
30.
And 3 silver.
2,283.
And then we have some other things to sell and get gold for.
Did we exit the bar? I don't
That's
think we want
right.
to stick around. If we're doing the money, we probably
I mean, there's no one else in there, really.
right.
We'd already counted it, so we had the numbers.
Okay.
So I just did the math for everybody. We'll split it up at the end.
Yes. I'll be right back. I step outside of the bar. I take the 3 silver and I find somebody who looks like they might have been standing around for a minute.
Okay, make a perception check.
Try one more time. 2283.
23.
2, 2,
Okay,
8,
yeah,
3.
you see that there's there are 2 kids, probably like in their early teens, that are just kind of standing down the one alley. They're just kind of sitting there, just throwing different shaped rocks at the wall.
I have the 3 silver. I go, kids, did you see a man walk out of that building over there? In which direction did he go? And I just throw them the 3 silver.
I think I saw him go that way, and they point south.
So, okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
And I
Yep.
just go back inside. That's it.
Put their money in their pocket. Yeah. You guys see Sindel walk back in. So, you guys have your money. Where do you guys want to go?
Merchant district is calling.
You wouldn't put up where.
Well, perhaps we
You
should
still
find
might-
an inn first and get a base of operations before we all start learning about the city. Split up what we do have here.
You guys had booked rooms, I think, up until the winter. Oh no, you guys had talked about it. You guys had talked about booking rooms through the winter at the Left Pumpkin Inn.
Well, we have to take back the charm to Trent Midas' daughter.
That as well. What time of day is it right now?
Right now it's probably like 10 in the morning.
Perhaps we should do that, so I don't know how to find her though.
Shouldn't be too hard. She was. I suppose I don't know how important.
Didn't Elisant head back here and not stay in Calisari?
Yeah, Elisant and the rest of the army had come back to Narc.
If I remember correctly, Elisant was pretty good friends with Trent. He might be able to point us in the right direction.
Which one is Elsa?
She was the head of the like the Magic Academy or whatever that Sindal trained at.
Yeah, she was the head of the Seminary of Education.
She was the person we first reported to when we came into Calisari.
The one who's really close with the Empress.
No,
The one that
that
has
is
all-
Tenesia.
Oh,
So, what are you guys gonna do?
That's so.
Someone.
Can we divvy up the rest of that, those jewels and such? Not divvy up necessarily. I'd like to have a look at them, is all.
Right. Well, let's go to let's find our inn first,
Yes,
and then once we're in there, we can drawing eyes, we'll walk through our things.
So, excuse me. You guys head back towards the left pumpkin inn.
Yeah, sure.
So, you guys heading back through the southern quarter. You guys come to the intersection where you can see the park in the distance. But walking through the front door of the inn, you see that there's this inn's a little bit busier. This is a little bit more in the center of the city. More people are just eating lunch, and you can see standing at the bar talking to patrons. The small male gnome with his hair pulled into different braids of different lengths. You see Granville. And I see as you all walk in. Oh, you're all back.
How much gold is it again?
All back. Welcome back. What can I get you guys? Drinks, whiskey, schnapps, wine, ale. What do you want?
Perhaps tonight.
It's never too early to start drinking, little one.
I'll get out my alchemy jug and say wine into it. And I'll get my own wine.
Oh, that's so rude.
That's not kosher.
I'll have you.
He's a Jewish gnome.
I'm tossing my gold.
He catches it. He just
Now,
definitely slides it into his pocket. Go ahead, keep drinking. You'll run out eventually.
I see what you did there.
I think we want rooms for the nights.
For the night, sure, we can arrange that. Winter's coming. Are you sure you don't want to arrange stay for the winter? Are you staying in the city, or are you guys heading off elsewhere?
We haven't really decided on that yet, but
Well-
we might.
Well, if you're going to stay here for the winter, you might want to book it sooner than later. We're starting to fill up on rooms. But if you're going to book for the night, that's simple enough. It'll be 2 gold pieces each.
Right.
You guys-
To be clear, everyone, 1 night, not 2, not 3. What do we do? What's our plan?
Well, what's our? So we have roughly
You guys have about
9, I think, or is it 8?
you guys
what?
have about
Until
6 days until winter.
6 days until winter.
Does that matter to us anymore?
Well, 5 days of travel towards Kelsari, right? Was it 5? Or is it?
No, it is month. It is like a month and a half of travel.
Oh.
You
Oh,
just say the other.
That somebody had a teleport.
Yeah,
spell.
Yes.
Yeah. he
I
was just
do.
saying that.
I was curious about a couple things. Yes, we can always just go back. We can stay wherever we want. Although, if our task is considered completed, I would like to go back to Kelisari and assure that he regards our task as completed.
No, I mean, that's no problem. I trust his letter, but I have no desire to stay here. We can wrap up our loose ends today and leave tomorrow.
I personally don't want to deal with Lazarus personally, directly, any more than we have to.
I
Perhaps
agree.
it is best to
And
just leave it at this.
I don't know if going back to Kalisari to stay for the winter is the best idea with Korak in a city full of people that hate orcs.
I do forget about that. My concern is that
In personally, I wouldn't mind staying
Is
here for a
anyone-
while at least. It's not like we have to. If we have to go back for the, if you do want to go back to Kalisari, it's not like, since we can teleport, it's not like we have to worry about the weather.
I didn't think our purpose for going back to Kelisari was necessarily to deal with Lasher. I was under the impression that Sindal wanted to see his father. And,
be certain that he wasn't killed.
yes.
I would prefer to know that. I suppose,
I can send a message and ask him.
in fact, I can too. I forgot I learned that one. It's amazing.
Father, are
It's
you
a- it's a-
alive? All right,
it's
just asking.
We're good.
Father, stop. Are you alive? Stop.
I actually remembering that, and I
Guys, it
let me
is
make sure I do have it properly
2017.
marked as prepared. And I sit back. I'll send. I'll
We all
send,
have cell phones now.
I'll send my yeah. Wow, it's like
Crazy.
What's a text?
and I'll say I'm not sure how sending works. How long I'm supposed to?
20 words.
20.
Yeah.
20 words or less.
I just say
It's the Twitter of D&D.
Whatever could be said in like
yeah,
6 seconds.
Father, how are you?
Right.
Nothing strange has happened in Kalasari since we've left. Question mark.
Passes.
Yeah.
Asking that.
Yeah.
It's hard to do question mark.
The moment passes. And then you hear in response, everything is fine. I wasn't aware that you had learned this. Nothing strange has happened in the city. That's all.
And yes, he's doing well. So I believe we should be considered cleared. Although our next meeting with Lasher will probably be an interesting one, seeing as how he believes we attempted to kill him. I think.
Well, he also gave us 2,000 gold pieces, so...
I don't know
That's
what you guys
he's
are
not too
worried
mad at
about.
us.
I think he was cool with it. You know, he did give us some. He basically paid us.
I don't know. That's an eerie gesture.
It would appear that he punished the guilty party and he paid us for it. And we're in the clear. It's
He gets it. He understands.
Well, we didn't even try to kill him, no, so it's... I mean,
whether he thinks we did it or not, he gets it.
yeah, I mean,
He essentially had us handcuffed there, and he was probably like, yeah, I probably deserve to be, at least tried to be killed.
Was the 2,000 gold
Sure, that's
cans
his
there
exact
simply waiting for us?
yeah,
He
To
seems
complete
like
the task?
yeah.
Are we just in our group right now?
You're sitting currently at the table in the handkerchief.
No, we're at the pumpkin, I thought.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Sorry, brain. You guys are currently standing at the bar, at the left pumpkin inn, and you just see Granville just sitting there staring at all of you.
Oh,
So are you
around
booking
for everybody.
rooms for the night? Or?
Yeah, we'll take rooms for the night.
Perfect. 2 gold pieces each.
I already paid for it.
All right.
For all of us?
I was gonna say, can someone spot me on the low in cash?
Because Lily wasn't paying attention earlier, the 2,283 gold we got, was that payment for the job?
No.
Or
That was the divvy up
this-
of the.
okay.
The entire thing.
That's
all of
what
our
I care
loot,
about.
all of our loot
Yeah.
from the mine, and the payment from Lasher.
Lasher.
Other than the stuff that we have to go find a place to sell.
Also, Tim, can you hit me that note card that's in front of you?
You want it back?
Are we
No,
just
I don't want it
staying
back.
here?
I don't know if you guys actually wanted to just read it, so you guys
I
actually
didn't
see
even
what
realize
it
there was
said.
anything on
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are we just staying here one
What was
night?
that a note card for?
For the
That was
moment, I
like
think that's the
for
plan.
Lasher
You guys
with
are
our
gonna
payment and
regroup,
that-
figure out what you're doing.
The hand that he cut off of someone that I stuck in your ear while you were gone.
It's true. You, Basilia asked if you guys wanted drinks, and you ordered a tall ale. While that was happening, Korak unfolded the cold finger and stuck it in your ear.
Can I cast Dream at a higher level?
You can
Oh,
cast anything at any level.
Question to you, because I had it written down. Jagrid, the dark elf wizard from Kalasari, he, if I'm not mistaken, he was going to Narc to work on his wand, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I believe
okay.
so. Yeah.
Okay, because
I can go look through my notes. Grab it here.
I'm almost positive he was going to Narc, because that's where everybody else was going. Because this is a more not accepting, but I mean, because he was a
Forgiving area. Yeah.
forgiving towards a dark elf that just
Yeah.
yeah.
2-1.
Because I didn't have the exact note written down about it. I just know that.
So while that's going on,
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
never mind.
He's coming.
Rusty, is there any water?
So, you have your money. Riso has gone off to go home. You find yourselves in the oldest standing continent, or the oldest standing city on the continent. What would you and your companions like to do?
We need to find Elisant, and we need, or no, we need to, well, I guess we need to find Elisant to find Tremidus' daughter.
Shopping, obviously.
And
Yep.
we need to go shopping.
Oh, I might add, there's a
mocha
there's a possibility
frappuccinos.
Riso might have had a head injury.
Pumpkin
Who's struggling with his
spice?
name a little bit.
Eye exams.
Nothing I should be too concerned about. I think.
Well, I mean, what do you want to do about it?
I don't know that there's anything I can do about
They
it.
do about what?
I mean, we saved the man's life. We prevented him from continuing eating rotting flesh.
Yes, he was eating people to stay alive.
I'm sure
I
as
don't know.
time passed, the flesh was less than.
It was pretty rank
Yeah.
in the area where he was.
Guys,
He was doing
I'm-
what he could to survive. I think it's best we.
I mean, what do psychiatrists exist?
What?
No.
What?
There's no healthcare in
What?
Narc.
I'm sure everyone, including
Does the king of
ones-
Narc believe in Medicare?
Goddamn cat.
What I'm suggesting is that I would like to follow up with our friend Riso at some point during our stay to be sure that he
Isn't eating people.
Well, I mean, if
is
we,
exactly who he said he was, due to the fact that it does have my father's life at stake to being
Fair enough.
what or
well, I
to
mean,
be sure that he wasn't something else. I don't know how to. The thought's been crossing my mind lately since I.
well, I
You
must
need to tell your
admit,
dad to strap up. You know, just in case. Be ready for someone to come, knock on his door. Maybe hire some bodyguards. You know?
He's part of the council. He isn't a god. Although,
You know, he did get taken once.
yes, well, he wasn't fully taken. Simply there was people watching him. That's subtle difference.
Was he aware?
I don't believe so. No.
Well, I was under the impression he was literally kidnapped.
Oh,
oh no, he was home.
No, that was not the case.
Well, just don't pay attention.
Oh.
So, I don't even know why we're here.
I feel like
What are we doing?
I missed
Go
a
back
lot.
to go back to bed. Fam.
I missed a lot of the
I
conversation.
did miss a lot of sleeping.
with Lasha due to the fact that I did simply was thinking of a way to kill everyone in the room and kill him. I missed a bit of that conversation originally, so
no.
things. So I'm with you there, Fenner. Although, continuing on, what are we up to?
Let's go put some stuff in the rooms.
Okay, you guys can go upstairs, drop off your stuff.
You know, I wanted to have a look at what we're splitting up or what you're selling.
I've got.
What am I selling?
I have gold bars that I pull out. 3.
Pass.
That we pilfered from
There's
the
four
mine.
golden cubes. Gold bars.
Gold cubes.
There's an uncut ruby,
Ooh.
and I believe that Albert has some gems that he found.
Let's go get those appraised.
Yeah, I found 3 sapphires.
Exchange.
Are there any gems I can crudely fashion to my weapon?
Crudely.
Certainly try.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
The
I'm
big
not gonna do
What do
it nicely.
Did you say that out loud?
No, I was asking him.
Well, specifically, he says crudely.
No, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was looking through the stuff. I wanted to see what we had here.
I mean, you can try. The longsword that you have already has it's very, very finely crafted, and there are like a few small gemstones worked into the design of the sword already.
Would I know if these particular gems had any value to the worth of the weapon? Like to the magical nature of the weapon or anything like that?
Roll an Arcana check.
I feel like there has to be an insanely hefty check.
Cody, real quick, what was the name of the creatures that were in the bottom of the mine that Risa told us about?
3.
Oh, deep gnomes.
3. You have no idea.
Hey, Zon. Do you happen to know if I were to pop out some of these gems here and replace them with my own, would that affect the swords?
I
think that there's a very specific process that goes into crafting magic weapons. I don't know if you would want to mess with that. So that's very difficult to remove things from them. They're very hard to break, very hard to...
Oh, that can be done.
Well,
That I know.
don't.
Of course it can be done. It's just that in addition to being imbued just by the strength of the steel itself, it's also held together by powerful arcane and divine forces depending on what kind of energy is flowing through it.
Well, so that's, I mean, yes, exactly. I figure the magic is where it comes from, not from the gems. So.
Right, yes, so it's probably not... I don't think it's very easy to take... I don't know if it's very easy to add to enchantments on weapons. I think it's kind of like a one and done kind of deal.
All right then.
So, who's pointing the ship? Where are you guys going?
Well, do you guys
Tavern
want to charge at the shopping district then?
We might as well all go together,
We'll go back.
so we don't.
So we don't have to go through all the things in the shop over and over again.
I want to go back to the handkerchief and see if that dwarf's there.
Fenrir, you're deviating from the plan.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
that's
what?
together.
Did you make
No,
that? Did you
absolutely
make that
not.
known?
Huh?
Did you make that known to us?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm in.
I would like to go see if he's.
So,
Wait, what do you want to do?
I want to go. This is the next day. Yes.
no,
I don't
this
want
is
to go
still
fight
the
the
Oh,
day
so we
of.
just booked our hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. We just booked it.
Drop
not
stuff
and
off.
stayed.
Are you guys going to try to fight
Alright.
him?
Then yeah, I'd like to go back
think
there.
so.
Correct. That's fine.
Where are you going?
Wait, are we going to fight him?
No, I just want to. Well, I want to see what his deal is. He seemed a little grumpy that we were there when he looked at us.
I think
kept
he was.
slamming
I
his
think
axe
he
on
was the
table.
bouncer.
I don't like it. I want to do something about it.
like.
I want to see what's
See,
going on.
I don't know if messing with the people who were just blackmailing us to kill
I don't know if he's part of that group.
Sindal's father.
part of
is
that
the greatest
group?
Of ideas.
I mean,
Yes,
he
he's-
worked for.
He's the god.
He seemed to give off a very bouncer feel to the bar.
A very
Alright,
order
well,
of
I'm
discord
just
kind
gonna
of
go
vibe.
talk and see what his deal is. If he's too grumpy, I'll leave. Unless Korak wants to deal with him.
Well, I mean, if we're not gonna even think about fighting, then
Well, I
don't
need-
really
I
have
need
any
you for-
choice.
I need you for appearances, man,
Emotional
you know?
support.
Okay, all right. Let's.
I mean, I am very strong, but I'm a
So
strong
Fenrir and
person.
Korak go to the handkerchief. The rest of you are going to the shopping areas.
Let's go shopping.
Are you sure you guys don't want to go shopping with us?
Let's buy some shoes.
I do want to shop.
We're gonna get some really
We'll
nice
meet-
shoes.
Where can we meet up with you?
Yeah, let's
No, if we really-
We
establish a
don't. We
rendezvous.
barely know anything
I'll
about
walk
the
around.
city.
We'll find the merchant district. And I'll yell, Lily.
If you
And
don't see me, I'm at the inn.
we'll check the inn.
So, two of you go off to the handkerchief. The rest of you go to the northern end of the city, towards where the merchant area is. Two of you will be getting to the handkerchief first, before they would even get halfway across the city. So, two of you walk back into the handkerchief. You can see that there is one older halfling who is sitting at the bar, and you can see that he has a large ale and then two empty shot glasses that are next to him. It seems as if he's getting on with his day drink. You can see Basilia is holding light conversation with him, as well as the sleeping Goliath in the corner and the dwarf that is sitting at the bar, who, as you walk in, turns, thump, slams his axe back into the bar top, goes back to his drink. And as you guys walk in, Korak and Fenrir, you're back again. Are you guys here to drink the rest of the day away? Did you abandon the rest of your stuffy companions?
Unfortunately not.
Well, that's no fun.
I know.
Can I at least interest you in one drink?
Absolutely.
All right. And she walks over and she pours you guys two tall ales.
What a bitch! I was the only
So
got a
sit down.
drink.
She slides him in front of you. Please have a seat.
How much?
Behind
3 silver each. 3 silver for each.
I'll hand over my silver.
Okay.
I would also like to buy my dwarf friend over there a drink. He seems like a good bud.
He just looks up. And she just kind of looks over at him, and you just see this smile kind of creep across. Grunt usually doesn't like to talk to most people. He's not the friendliest.
Yeah. What's his deal, eh?
Hey,
To be honest, we just pay him. He doesn't talk. He just drinks.
Just pay him. Simple life.
What a life.
We pay him. He drinks. Anyone that causes any problems, he throws them out. Simple as that.
So, would you recommend that I go talk to that jabroni?
that hot mess over there.
Jabroni.
I mean, if you want to get the business end of the axe that's in the bar, sure, go right ahead.
I mean, I got a pretty cool axe of my own.
Listen, I'm not looking for bloodshed in my bar, but if you're going to cause problems with Grunt, you're going to cause problems with me.
Alright.
It's
Hey,
as simple as
Korak,
that.
you hear that, bud?
Hey,
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I didn't.
Thanks for the drink.
Of course. You guys.
And we make it back before they left with
I don't know how else that situation could have gone.
Hey, I just wanted to see you. I really want to meet a friendly dwarf.
You've had plenty of friendly
You always pick the worst. Like
You're the guy that did all your tattoos.
That's one.
you always
You haven't
pick-
met very many others.
Well, that's what I mean. I
feel
want to
like you
meet
always pick the most
friendly
outwardly
dwarves.
unpleasant people to try and make friends with.
I'm just trying to be friendly, I'm from Canada.
So you guys finish your ale, and
I
Brevy,
believe it's pronounced
you guys-
Althane.
you guys managed to run into each other with all of your group together in what you guys
that was
learned.
What a divine coincidence.
We've been walking around the area looking for the best shops.
You guys-
we were hoping that you would come out quick.
You guys
Here we
essentially went out around in the same oval, like opposite ends of the same oval, and ended up at the direct opposite side of where you started. Spending some time and asking around, you guys learned that this district of the city is called Koran's Exchange. And for those that are proficient in religion, you can spread this if you want, know that it's most likely named after Kol Koran, the sovereign of world and wealth, one of the members of the host. Asking around, who's leading the search and looking for a magic item shop?
I will.
Go and roll me an investigation check. It's
That's all we
it's
ever
what you guys are looking for.
Yes.
I know that's what you're looking for.
26.
26. Asking around. Asking a couple different people. You learn that the place you're looking for is called
The place.
Theros' Thaumaturgy.
It's gonna scream us.
And you figure out where it is. And walking to it, you can see all the other buildings that are around are extravagant on the outside with decorations and banners and flags, gold imbued into the woods as well as silvers and platinum, all showing off the decadent wealth of this area of the city. You see one that sticks out very much in comparison to the others. You see a small, single-story stone building with large glass panels and windows. The windows are thick and difficult to see through. But you can see, even from the outside, shadows of movement from the people inside. You can see standing outside are two guards with the symbol of Doldorn, the sovereign of war, on the front of their tabards, just standing idly, not really paying too much attention. But you see on the sign above, Theros' Thaumaturgy. As you walk in through the front door, you can see, you are immediately hit by an array of strong incenses and the scent of candles burning. And as you walk in through the front door, you can see that the building is very clearly magically enhanced from the inside. What looked like a single-story building from the outside, you can see 3 stories of glass shelves of different baubles and trinkets on all of the different shelves. You see weapons, you see all kinds of different things all throughout the shop. You can see that there's probably maybe a dozen people walking around, but as you kind of walk into the center of the shop, you see walking towards you person with dark purple skin, head shaved cleanly, small white marks dotting all along the front of his eyes. You can see that his eyes are glowing a crystal clear blue, and he wears bright red robes that are flared with all kinds of different colors and shining threads. And as he walks up, hello, I don't believe I've met any of you before. Welcome to my shop. My name is Theros. How may I be of assistance to you today?
Take it all.
Yes, well, this is
We'd like to buy your store.
You don't have enough money. This city doesn't have enough money to buy my store.
But yes, we are looking for some.
I'm more than willing to sell any of the wares that you see on the shelves around you.
Well, you've certainly got a lot here. What would you say is of particular note?
I have quite a selection.
Can you
He'd be
describe
more interested in
everything?
your sharp and pointy, stabby, slashy devices.
That
Yes, big ones.
that thing that we got that we cut out of the behemoth monster, the here. What did we do with the bag of holding?
I think I still have it.
Ooh.
Yeah, we did not put it in there
Didn't.
as an organic thing that could potentially.
Well, actually, no. I think
spoil.
we did put it in. I thought we decided to.
But-
Yeah, because it was air. Because there's no air in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like no blender,
yeah,
it
was
was
that
spoil.
the finality of that
Can we?
situation?
Can you check and see if that's
Roll the
not,
tape.
if that's still alive?
Oh,
You're the chronicler.
Yeah.
hearing this, I'll take a walk, and I just walk away
Oh,
and start
God.
looking at something else.
Yeah.
I just step away from the situation
So-
just in case.
Hold on.
It's not breaking eye contact at all. Just looking at you.
Do you think it's a good idea for us to pull this out right now, or should we do this maybe out of the store?
Okay, we can step outside.
Yeah. Can we? Yeah.
Theros, I'm looking for weapons.
I don't want to break anything.
We have
in
plenty
here.
of
Big-
weapons.
big hulking weapons.
All right. So
We just need to step outside.
While
and peek real
these
quick and
two
see if
are
it's not
stepping
rocking,
outside,
so we
yeah,
can
I
try
want to
and
make
step
sure
it.
nothing crazy happens.
Weapons
So-
for a man like me.
Weapons for a man like you. Well, we have any weapon of your choice that it would contain a +1 enchantment. We also have any armor of your choice that would have a +1 enchantment.
No, not about armor.
I can tell.
Is there any more rare weaponry?
I have some. With the winter coming, many people have bought my wares and taken off, especially with the army marching off to war just a few months ago. But we have plenty of things to go over, and we're going to wait until after these gentlemen come back inside because I don't want to describe everything twice. So, you guys step outside, go into the bag of holding.
It's a weird thing to say.
The hair clip. You pull it out, and as you kind of feel it, you can
I
feel
want everything
a
that's
light
described.
pulse in your fingers. Not as strong as it was before.
How big is it?
It's probably about maybe
Testicle
like
size?
this big around. Like it just kind of fits in like the palm of your hand. You can feel that it still has some charge to it, but it has clearly, and you can start to see it does kind of start to have a smell to it. It appears that
They tend to.
while there is no air in the bag of holding, organic things still continue to decompose as such.
Alright.
Just
Well,
scientific.
perhaps we can get some money out of this to trade for something. It's not in pristine condition.
A magical bag.
Is there anything else in the bag of holding that we know of that's rotting away?
Don't you hold it for
Organic?
You have the
That
list
is
of the bag of holding. I do
possible.
not know what is in your bag.
You don't.
I mean, nothing else that we took from the Behirs.
We had teeth that we got.
I mean, those aren't going to rot away.
No, I have those 4 teeth still.
You have.
Yeah,
them.
he has.
Well, actually, no. I think I gave them to him in case you wanted to make arrows.
Y'all gotta
That's
write
what I
down
did.
this stuff, man.
No, I gave them to you in case you wanted to make arrows.
Why write it down when you can watch last week's episode and get all the details?
on YouTube.
I'm gonna do my shopping like this.
Like and
I'm
subscribe.
gonna wander around and just look at stuff.
Okay,
And
you will see
going,
what I'm
Matt?
describing.
Okay.
So, as you have the somewhat decayed gland from the Behir as well as the teeth. Yes. Walk back in. Are we going to continue doing business now?
Yes, we just have some things that we might try to...
Wonderful. I was just showing your friend here. I'm just going to roll through the array of things that I have.
Everything.
As I said, mentioned to your friends before, I have any +1 piece of armor that you would be in search of, as well as any +1 weapon. I also have +1 implements for your spellcasters amongst you. Those ones are slightly different, though. We have potions amongst them. We have a potion of Hill Giant Strength that increases your strength to 21 for 1 hour. I have a potion of Mind Reading, which, for the duration of what is the... when you consume this potion, it essentially gives you the same effects as casting Detect Thoughts with a DC of 13. I have a potion of Animal Friendship, which gives the same effect as a potion, as the casting the spell Animal Friendship. I have this, and he pulls out a small jar of this bright yellow, like thick fluid that you can see that like it has. He kind of pulls it out. You see, and you can see that there's like a small brush almost on the end of it. This is called. Oh, speaking of which,
there was also that invisibility.
What do I roll?
just
D20?
roll me 1 percentile.
Oh, percentile. As in both?
Yeah.
46.
46.
You burst into flames.
You guys noticed on the trip back
That'd be cool.
that Korak's beard was kind of patchy before. He now has a full, thick beard.
Yes. Yeah.
Rivals, even surpasses Fenrir's.
The full beard does not suit me, but yours, it looks really good on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Suits you.
This is called Chaotalem's ointment. It has I wrote down the. It has 3 doses, where, when applying it to your, to skin or drinking it, as an action, it restores 2d8 plus 2 hit points, and causes the target to cease to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
2d8 plus 1?
2d8 plus 2.
It's like a portable me in a jar.
And how much is that?
230 gold.
It's not bad at all.
I have as well. He pulls out a small vial of this pink bubbling fluid. I have here a filter of love potion that, when consumed, the next person that the person would normally be attracted to, of the appropriate gender, they are madly in love with them
Yes, I'll buy that.
for the next hour. It's
Sold.
175 gold
Yes,
pieces.
done.
Set that there.
I hope
You
the
can always
gets
test and
used
see if
tonight.
one of us is gay now.
It's all a big experiment. Where'd my
Never mind.
where'd my dry erase go? Where'd my wet erase?
I have here.
We don't stop swinging in the
You said
land of
175?
Hog Rain.
Yeah, 175. I have here a shield of +2 worth 4,000 gold pieces. Stone of Luck requires attunement. While attuned to this and you have the stone on your person, you gain a +1 to ability checks and saving throws.
It's not just using color.
In terms of weapons, that is 600 gold pieces.
The stone of luck.
Simple. Plus 1 to ability checks and saving.
And saving throws, but it requires attunement.
Alright, catapult the stone of luck.
In terms of pointy ends, you see that he pulls out from the one weapon rack. This is a halberd that is +2. I have
I had no
here
strength.
as well the Gem of Seeing. Gem has 3 charges. As an action, you speak the gem's command word to expend 1. For the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120 feet when you peer through the gem. The gem recharges 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. I have here. Oh, that requires attunement as well. A wand of web. Requires attunement. While holding this, it has 7 charges. You can expend 1 to cast web. With a spell save of DC of 15.
That's always been one of my favorite spells.
Recharges. Well,
Yeah.
it is available for purchase. It is 550 gold pieces. Recharges 1d6. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20, add a 1. Or on a 1, the wand is destroyed. I have here a necklace of prayer beads. Requires attunement by a cleric, druid, or paladin. This neck piece has 6 magic beads. To use it, you must be wearing it. You use one of the beads, and it casts a 2nd level Cure Wounds or a Lesser Restoration as a bonus action. Once you use this bead, it will not recharge its magic until the following dawn. You can remove any of these beads and give it to someone else to use. However, once it has been removed and the magic is used, it cannot be reattached. I have here.
Requires attunement?
Yes. And it's 3,900 gold pieces.
Oh.
I have here as well something else that might be of interest to you or your dwarven companion. The Giant Slayer Battle Axe. It's a +1 weapon. When you hit a giant with this axe, the giant takes an extra 2d6 slashing damage and must make a DC 15 strength throw or be knocked prone. Does not require attunement, 3,500 gold pieces.
Does not.
Does not require attunement.
Are we able to see what is the standard damage on it?
It's a battle axe.
So what is that?
So that would be whatever's in the hand.
My battle axe is 2d6.
Sorry.
It's 2012.
It's a battle.
Oh, no.
Battle axe.
2010.
It's a one. It's a one-handed. It is a battle axe. It's not a great axe. It's the one that it's a one-hander that can be two-handed.
So the 2-hand would give you 1d10. Correct.
Yeah, instead of a 1d8. Okay. I have here Eyes of Charming. He pulls out a small pair of glasses that you can see have these 2 blue gems that can kind of be flicked up and down, almost like prospector glasses.
National Treasure glasses.
Requires attunement. These crystal lenses can fit over. They fit over your eyes. While wearing them, you can expend 1 charge. It has 3 as an action to cast Charm Person with a DC of 13 on a humanoid within 30 feet of you, and provided that you and the target can see each other. Recharges at dawn. I have here Perioptic Wealth, a small necklace that he pulls up. You are immune to contracting any disease while you wear this pendant. If you are already infected with the disease, the effects of the disease are suppressed while you wear the pendant.
But not cured.
Correct. It does not cure you. It simply suppresses whatever is inside you and stops it from progressing until after you have removed the necklace. I have a Dagger of Venom. +1 to attack. As a bonus action, you coat the blade in poison for 1 minute. When you successfully hit a creature, you must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute. It doesn't recharge its way until it does not recharge that again until dawn. Does not require attunement. You see as he pulls out the next one, this large red cloak.
Wait, what was that last one?
A Dagger of Venom.
Oh, okay.
Pulls out this large red cloak. This is a cape of the mountebank. And as he kind of flares it out, it kind of lets off this smell of brimstone. All of you kind of Catch. While wearing it, you can cast Dimension Door as an action.
Oh.
This does not recharge again until dawn. When you disappear, you leave behind a cloud of smoke and appear in a similar cloud of smoke at your destination. The smoke lightly obscures the space you left and the space you appear in, and it dissipates at the end of your next turn. A lighter, stronger wind would blow that smoke away.
How much is that?
4,700 gold pieces.
Attunement?
No attunement required.
That's awesome. And how far does it transport you?
Look at the spell Dimension Door.
500 feet.
I'm sorry.
It's fighting.
I have next a Wand of Binding. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. 7 charges, regains 1d6. On a 1, wand is destroyed. With this spell, you can cast
6,500.
with a spell DC of 17. You can expend 5 charges to cast Hold Monster, or expend 2 charges to cast Hold Person. While holding the wand, you may use your reaction and expend 1 charge to gain advantage on a saving throw you make to avoid being paralyzed or restrained, or you can expend 1 charge and gain advantage on any ability check to escape a grapple.
How much does that cost?
5,500 gold pieces. I have next a Mace of Terror. 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to release a wave of terror. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet must succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for the next minute. While frightened, it must try to move as far away from you as it can. It can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If it has nowhere to move, the creature can use a dodge action. At the end of each of its turn, it can make the saving throw again.
What kind of weapon was that again?
It's a mace.
It's a mace, okay.
Requires attunement, 3,500 gold pieces.
Oh, attunement required.
Last is Beat of Force. It comes with... Pulls out a singular, small black bead. Nope. Write it again. Write it wrong again. He pulls out a necklace that has 5 attached to them. You can throw the bead 60 feet. Each creature within a 10-foot radius of where it lands must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or take 5d4 force damage. A sphere of transparent force then encloses the area for 1 minute. Any creature that failed to save and is completely within the area is trapped inside this sphere. Creatures that succeed on the save or are partially within the area are pushed away from the center of the sphere until they are no longer inside. Only breathable air can pass through the sphere's wall. An enclosed creature can use its action to push against the sphere, moving it up to half the creature's speed. The sphere only weighs 2 pounds to anyone on the outside and can lift it as if it is 2 pounds, no matter what is inside. However, once a bead is pulled and thrown, it does not recharge. 2,100 gold pieces for 5 uses.
No attunement.
Fuck.
Well,
No attunement.
I certainly hope you all wrote
So
down
many.
at least an idea of what you were looking at.
Not at all. I need you to
Every
tell me
single
all
item
that.
again.
Yeah, let me 2,000 gold.
So what I am curious about prices, I missed a few. The wand of web,
the gold that we
I
just
believe was 50.
never had money before.
550 gold pieces.
The gem of true seeing.
1,700 gold pieces.
Okay.
Can you break the game and look through my eagle eyes through the gem and see true vision?
Can we stack the 2?
No, it doesn't work that way. I know these goggles that you have. The gem only provides true sight out to 120 feet. That's all the further the enchantment allows.
And the dagger of venom.
The dagger of venom is 2,800 gold pieces.
What?
And the vial of animal friendship.
Okay.
Vial of animal friendship
He does
was
get
125 gold.
dibs on the next magic.
Unless
If you would please pass this over to the fine half-orc gentleman.
you were to want me to.
What did you get?
I'll pay you back 2,500.
Can I look?
I got the filter of love. So
I
I
hope
potion.
to God that gets used tonight.
He's gonna use it on Lily.
That's not
How's this work?
I'm thinking about that cloak, the red cloak.
motherfucker.
I was thinking about the cloak.
I'm thinking about the bathroom.
Anyone that would like to purchase it, it is 4,700 gold pieces.
No,
Are we allowed to read these cards? Ones we're interested in.
Sorry guys, gotta.
All it says is that you can cast Dimension Door once per day, recharges at dawn,
No, I was thinking
and
of.
then it makes a small cloud of smoke where you appear to and from.
I know that one. I was thinking about the Buddhist prayer beads where you could cast like lesser restoration and stuff as a bonus.
Yeah, the way you described that, it made it kind of sound like that. What was it, that ring or something that you store spells in? Only this is a cleric version of that.
No, you
No, you can't control
you can
its
only
sword.
cast the two spells that are in it. So you can either cast Lesser Restoration or Cure Wounds at second level as a bonus action. You can do that 6 times, requires attunement.
6 times period, or does it recharge?
It recharges at dawn.
Okay.
I would like to see the cloak description.
Fuck you. Lily's not giving you gold. You shoved a dead hand in my ear.
He's right.
That's
He did shove a dead.
Is there any
You
of these
have 5 other
items in
companions.
particular?
Listen, you had something
caught your
else to
interest?
worry about.
Well, I, unlike the rest, are on a bit of a budget. I am
That's gonna be so
a
fun.
wizard, so it is quite.
Yeah, don't
Costly.
even. Don't
That
describe
just
it to
don't
me.
work well in my shop. But hopefully we can manage to work just underneath.
Did you buy the cloak?
I'm looking at it.
Can I look at the Buddhist prayer beads?
Why do you
So
think
there were-
Buddhist?
I don't know because it's a necklace of beads. I don't know.
Why's it gotta be Buddhist?
Because
I
they're the
do-
ones who have prayer
Why do-
beads.
We have
It
roses.
literally says necklace of prayer beads.
Oh, fuck me.
Never mind.
Disgusting.
Well, yes, in fact, I do intend
kinda
to
doubt
purchase
Buddhists
the
have that.
vial of animal friendship and the wand of
They're
weather.
called sutras.
That will be 675 gold pieces.
I'm looking it up. I don't believe you.
What of the
I don't
shield?
even
They're the
question it.
religion that uses prayer beads.
It is a
They're
shield
the
of plus
most
2.
well
You mean
known.
Catholic?
4,000 gold
Catholicism?
pieces.
No.
Attunement?
No attunement required.
4,000?
Correct.
It's just a +2 shield?
Correct.
Standard?
Yes.
That's how much was that shield?
4,000 gold pieces.
+2, you said?
Correct.
Is that standard for a shield?
Well, a
No, no,
shield
no, no.
normally adds +2.
What
Yeah.
about that
A
wand of
+2
web?
on a +2, that's a
Your
plus
friend
four.
has already
it's
purchased
a
it.
+4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay. I
it's
didn't
a
understand
+2
that.
magic shield.
Oh, okay.
The +2 is, yeah, it's the magic element, so in addition to the standard +2 that a regular shield gets you, that gives you an extra +2 on that, so essentially it'll increase your AC by 4.
If I have a shield and I'm one-handing my battle axe,
You can't.
I cannot do that.
No.
Yeah.
Great Axe takes 2 hands to wield.
Even
You-
for you.
Do you have any versatile weapons, like long swords or one hand?
Yeah, I have some weapons, but I don't
Bead
know.
of force could be so
Wait,
useful in
Force
certain
is just
situations.
Well, if you've made your build that
Are there any other items that the rest of you are interested in? If
how
you're done
much-
reading the cloak.
What was that? The ointment? What was it? 200 and.
That is tempting.
Yes,
Allow me to find it. The shop is rather cluttered. 230 gold pieces. 3 charges.
it's a portable me in a bottle.
As an action, you apply it for 2d plus 2. Or consume it.
I'll pay you back with interest.
I'm at 230 gold pieces.
Correct.
I'm gonna get that and the Stone of Luck.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that thing was real good.
You should do it.
The Stone of Luck was, I believe, 600.
600 gold pieces, correct.
No.
And as he hands it to you, you see that
He
it's a
just
small,
Who did?
small round stone that's maybe about this big again, kind of a little
Piece
bit
of
larger
dust.
than the palm of your hand. You can see that it is in the shape of a cat with large green emerald gems set into the eyes.
Wait, what did you just get, Troy?
Got the Stone of Luck and the Stone of Good Luck and the ointment that is the healing ointment.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think so.
Hey, so y'all. You're looking to make some money.
Just to say it for brevity, can you hand me your weapons descriptions?
Make some money.
Yes, lend me some and
Let me
give
see
some
that
interest
cloak.
back. You know how banks operate. They make very much money.
Certainly, this sounds fascinating. What do you
I just need
looking to purchase?
2,000 gold right now.
Thank you.
2,000 gold right
I'd be
now.
willing to pay you back 2,500, 3,000, whatever you feel is fair.
My, that's an interesting proposition.
We also have these.
I check one thing.
We recently fought a large monster and have a couple of things from it. Do you purchase supplies by chance, materials?
I don't purchase as much as barter.
Barter?
Yes. Buying materials is not something I'm really in the business for.
Well, and I show him the teeth and the gland. These were sent into you. They're from the here.
Hmm.
Lightning.
Picks up the teeth and looks at them. These are still intact. Give you the equivalent of 25 gold pieces per tooth. For the gland, still has some charge in it. I'll say 250 gold pieces for the gland.
Fair enough. So 350 gold pieces for whatever we want to use to barter it with. Store credits.
Did you say the Wand of Web is attunement?
The Wand of Web has already been purchased.
Oh, that's right. That's what you said.
I'm always open.
For resale.
If you're curious to try it out, I have no quarrels with that.
I'm curious to try it out, rather than drop almost all of my money on a cave.
What do you got there, Kaylee?
What were
Just
you,
looking at the weapons.
what were you looking to purchase? That's what I thought.
It's gonna look so freaking weird, man.
I think it's an interesting idea. I've never seen that spell done
Me neither.
on somebody from somebody.
Who has no idea how to cast spells?
No idea.
Were you gonna ask something?
Talking about?
I was. I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Well, actually, no, I'm not even going to ask the one because it doesn't matter. I forgot what the other one was. I'll get back to you.
If there are other items that you're interested in purchasing, please speak up. I have other customers that I want to tend to.
What kind of armor would that cloak provide me?
It will look really good on you.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
You're gonna look real nice.
And it's red, so it'll hide your blood.
And it smells bad.
So no one wanted to go near you.
Please.
I'll do
I
your
have,
thing.
I have
Korak.
an
I
acquired
believe that we've
taste
been
for
friends.
scent. Brimstone.
Of brimstone?
Yes.
Isn't that stinky? Stinky.
I enjoy the scent. The scent of it.
Stink.
Isn't
Alright.
that stinky?
You like
Now,
Say it like that.
Oh, did you get the bad
On
light?
one
I
condition.
can't
yes.
decide yet.
Please try your best not to get us killed with it.
I've never tried to get you killed.
I didn't say. I don't mean try intentionally. I mean try to not.
You killed.
Of course. I planned on using it for more defensive purposes anyways.
Sure.
I think long
We'll talk about the interest
sword
later.
is
I'm buying the cake.
it's versatile. It's a D8 if you
4,700
use one
gold
hand.
pieces.
It's a D9 if you
These two.
use two hands.
Okay, and that's the same as a battle axe.
Thank you. Now,
It's- I think
now
I'm
that it's
not
been purchased,
sure.
I can't use this on a raging, can I?
No, you can use magic items.
Okay, cool.
Did you buy the cloak?
Yes.
You can use magic items.
I wasn't sure if it counted as casting a spell. So.
No. You're using an item.
Okay.
It does count towards the I haven't attacked this turn thing. Because you're using an action.
Right.
To cast
Yeah, I knew that.
Yes.
I knew
Okay.
that.
Yeah. You're totally fine.
Okay, cool. I was just like, I just wasted. but then I was like, Korak wouldn't really know. He's never even tried to cast a spell.
Run into battle.
Oh, that would have been
You see
great.
his Korak in his mostly naked form clip on and attach the clasps for this long flowing red cloak with golden trimming all around the edge. Looks totally out of place.
Now, does
It's
it?
starting to look quite regal with the cloak and the beard.
Well, is your build more to
Thank you.
to-
This is not what I thought I would be doing.
You did the great weapon mastery. Yeah, you're.
Does it touch the ground, or does it like?
That would make me.
It's
Yeah, but you'd be
just short of touching the ground.
That is impressive, but at the same time, you kind of did build yourself around
Do you have any?
using both here.
Do you have any healing potions by chance?
Healing potions? Yes, I do have an array of healing
That's
potions.
easy.
Did we? Once we get, I think we're pretty low on healing potions, aren't we?
As in, like,
Probably,
not many.
Oh, we did. Oh, you bought that special.
I bought the ointment, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you got the portable owlbear in the jar.
I'm not healing potions. I don't know what the rest of you.
Healing potions. I have 6 regular, 3 greater, and then 1 superior for sale.
I want to buy 2 regular.
It will be 100 gold pieces.
What's the greater ones?
The greater ones are 4d4 plus 4, and I don't have the sheet in front of me for what they cost. Give me but a moment. As he runs into the back of his shop to look at his other DM screen.
Regular healing potions 1d4 plus.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
You know what that thing does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think one. You might. I think bucklers might do, but I don't know.
The greater healing potions are 4d4 plus 4.
Ask
They are
Stevie about
150
that.
gold
He's no
pieces
more.
each.
Do you know if there's?
I'll buy one of those.
Is there anything that
Plus
I can use
2?
that's a shield type of
Yes,
weapon
2d4
that I
plus
can
2 for normal.
use a 2-minute weapon simultaneously?
No, there is not.
There's nothing right now.
This.
No.
Right
No.
on the buckler.
I'm gonna need
No.
a new sheet.
Okay, because that would be like.
That is game breaking.
Actually, you know what it is? It's called a ring of protection plus 2, which is one of the most expensive fucking magic items in the game.
Correct. There are none in stock.
Oh, I'll use the basilisk teeth if not 100 off.
Because that's an item that requires a 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
It gives you
Right here.
plus 2 AC.
No.
Okay.
Basilisk teeth because there's 100 of them. So,
What the hell? You taking my here teeth and just using them?
He just said that
you want to take 250 off of what you just paid?
you still have to
Yes.
exchange the gland as well.
Yes, the gland.
Yes, but give it to Cinder.
Here you go. This is for 250.
Gives it to Sindal.
Right.
Sindal.
Damn it, I was hoping for more interest from him lately.
But you have to use it to pay.
Oh wait,
It's still
The gland is worth 250 gold in trade with him.
in trade, yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this?
Well, then I'll just take it off of what I did.
A trade, a deal is already made.
You may live to regret this.
Trust me.
No.
I'll live.
To regret it. Yes.
I won't regret anything.
You'll see. We'll see about this.
Stop threatening shopkeepers.
It's not.
You can see just as he smiles, you can see a flicker in the blue eyes as they just kind of give off a slight flicker of arcane energy. He
Yes.
just smiles.
I get it. You look weird.
Yes, I understand that your kind don't understand mine.
Is anyone else trying to buy anything? You can use this gland to get 250 gold pieces off.
I'm very torn about getting those prayer beads.
Master Asamar, you have not purchased anything.
Zana, are you buying anything else?
I bought
I see those prayer beads.
And I bought stone
Of
luck
course.
and
Again,
I think we should definitely offload
I want to redo
gland.
it.
It seems to be withering.
rice. So I think whoever buys something,
Yes.
once we can use it for potions.
I don't know anything about that.
Healing potions?
To buy potions. I thought you meant to make potions.
No, to buy potions. Just
Will there be any other purchases today?
This.
See the last one?
Unless any of the rest of you are interested in purchasing healing potions, your companion has already shown interest in this. If any of you three over here would be interested in purchasing potions, if not,
What do you have left
I'm
in stock?
actually alright.
I have 7 normal potions, 2 greater.
I bought one of the graders.
I had 3.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
I had 3. And actually, I did miscount because I said I had 8 and you bought 2. So I only have 6 normal, 2 greater, and 1 superior.
Wait a minute.
What are the graders again?
Graders are 150 gold pieces
And that's
for
4d4
4d4 plus 4.
100 gold pieces?
150.
150, I'll take them both.
Use that. Use the gland.
What?
Use the gland.
Okay, there you go.
So it will be 50 gold
Use the,
out of your reserve.
use the testicle.
50 gold. Got it.
Just your friends and family discount.
Master ASMR, I must insist you shit or get off the pot.
I'll buy the pair of beads. Pair
Perfect.
necklace.
Mark off the cost of the item. Because I don't have the cost in front of me.
39.
39
Damn,
gold
son.
pieces. Okay.
39 gold.
Real quick. What race is he?
Make an Arcana check.
He's an asshole.
He's just a bald guy with the skin painted purple.
You said nature?
That'd be awesome.
Actually,
13.
I'm also
No,
thinking
sorry,
about
Arcana.
maybe getting
Oh,
a
Arcana,
shield.
yeah.
He's just human.
16.
16. He looks similar to the guy that you saw at the tavern who beat Korak, and you learned that he was a Ganassi.
Right.
This guy looks similar, but his skin hue is very different.
Right. Alright. Okay, I'm gathering we're all done.
At this store.
Well, Master Theros,
Yes.
I do have one last question. Do you know of a dark elven wizard named Jegrid?
Jagrid. Yes, the name's familiar.
He
I
might-
believe he came through here looking for somewheres perhaps 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he would have returned with the army of Narn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes, it was about that time.
Would you happen to know where he's staying? Or has he...
I don't know where he's staying. I know that if he is a practitioner of the arcane, which is what he very much implied himself to be, you would find him at the Commune of Knowledge. And he kind of gives some descriptions, and you get the idea that it was the area of the city that you walked past, that it was mostly barren, and you saw just only like a small handful of people walking around with like gray robes with hoods drawn, carrying books. He would perhaps be staying there with the curators at the Citadel, but
Well, thank you.
it's as good a guess as any that I could provide for you.
That information is more than I had, so thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else I can assist you and your companions with today?
Are you gonna go for the shield?
I don't think it would be wise for me to do so.
That's it.
If that is all, I am so glad that we did business today. Please, if you are ever in search of magical items again, come by my shop.
I'm sure
If there's something that you wish to have made in the future, let me know. I can work towards having it produced.
I'm sure we'll be back here at least 6 times before we leave Narg.
Perfect. I hope to take all of your money. Turns and walks away. So,
It's about to.
with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break because I need to pee. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If there's even anybody watching, I don't know, but hope you guys are watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it.
What up, man?
We'll be back in just a little bit.
Dude.
See you, Jim.
Do it.
Maybe I can change the camera. Maybe, possibly. All right, we're back.
We need to hire a social media person.
That's what I'm saying. Pay me to do it.
What does a
I'll do
social media person do for us on the stream?
Look
On
at-
the stream.
it. I'll do both.
Handle all of our social media inquiries.
Live tweets.
I'll do both. I'll do both. You just have
Chat
to match
room?
my current salary.
Your current salary is 0?
No, my current work salary.
Oh no. So, as you guys go to walk out of the shop, you guys walk out the front door.
There is
Um,
one
Hmm?
No, nothing.
You see, come walking up, boy maybe 15 years old, comes running up, and you can see that he has a small satchel that he has slung over his shoulder. You can see that he has just like a kind of heavy jacket that's kind of loose, and you can see sweat kind of beading around the on his brow. And he walks up and he looks amongst all of you, and he sees Zarn, walks over and goes, excuse, I think that, and he kind of opens up his satchel, and you can see that there's an array of letters inside. He's rifling through them.
The man with the
I believe that this is
ridiculously
for-
fashionable hat.
Zarnador
That's me.
hands it to you.
Oh.
He holds out his hand,
A gold piece.
puts it in his pocket. Thanks. Runs off.
I think you just
swindled me.
I think you just got swindled.
Oh well.
It's a blank.
You take a moment, and looking at it, you can see that it is not blank. It is
You got pranked,
a
bro.
letter that is
Ashton Kutcher. Pop that.
it is purposefully and well written out to you.
Worst show ever.
Their name on the front. As you turn it over, you can see that there is like a red wax seal with a three-pointed crown on the back of it. You pop it open,
Recognize
um,
what
and you can see that it says Zarnathdor and Nocturnum, at your leisure. King Hasid Abrem has requested to meet the saviors of Kalasari. And then at the bottom of it, signed, is Calorin Shadori, Grand Field Marshal of the Armies of Albany.
Well,
isn't that's the guy we were trying to see, wasn't it?
I think it's
Wait, no, never mind.
a name that
that's GMI's fault, I guess.
And you can see that it has kind of written in more formal, almost like stamped onto it at the bottom of it. It's basically that you are to show this letter to gain admittance to the seat of the king, which is the most interior district of the city.
Alright, well.
Get on your fine clothes.
What's the name of the city?
Fine cloak.
Nark is the name of the city.
Oh.
And
So
it's
that's the
and
city we're in.
the letter clearly said, "At your leisure." So you guys are free to turn it down if you guys so choose. You guys can go right now. You have
Sounds
the
like
world is still your
I
oyster.
don't know how they feel about us after the whole kidnapping thing, but I would like to pursue this.
could get another set of boons.
It's. Well, you're being quite hopeful, Lily.
As Lily plays with her beard
Lily,
mustache.
Lily. Oh no!
That's getting added to the character design.
Give me that belt.
What would you do with a boon from Nark?
Can never have too many boons, Sindal.
But what would you do? Lily, think
Well
about it.
spoken, well spoken. Well, I mean, this is also, if we want to find Tretmidas' daughter, or Elisance, to find out where she is, this might be the best way to go. Somebody in the castle might be able to point us in the right direction.
Absolutely, if we're gonna get an audience with the king.
Like, there might be some sort of secretary or something that can point us to where she is.
So you guys are gonna go there now?
Does anybody have any other pressing matters?
Are there any other?
We're in this big city. You guys wanted to go shopping. We're only going to check out one
There also
store.
is
Yeah,
is
are
there
there any other
like
stores,
a
or-
gem or precious stone shop that we could go to sell these things to?
Did you even spend any gold?
Yeah, I bought potions.
Oh. Maybe we can go somewhere else and you can buy a pencil.
Asking around, in terms of magic item
You
shops,
used to borrow money. All right.
in terms of magic item shops, this is the place to shop.
This place isn't that impressive.
And in terms of
Guy's kind of an asshole.
a gem person, yes, you can go. There are vendors that you can go and find someone to make those for you.
All right. So just I have the blocks of gold and the gem that I'm trying to sell.
Okay.
Actually, what
The-
kind of gem is it?
A ruby?
It's a ruby worth
Uncut.
150, 200.
Anyway, new season of Ruby started.
It's a ruby worth 100, uncut ruby worth 150 gold pieces, and I have 4 gold cubes, and they're worth 350 gold pieces. I think that's total.
Correct. Yes, and for brevity's sake, yes, you can find someone to sell those for the value that I told you when I gave them to you.
Yes. When you going to sell yours to us, like up there?
I don't know. There's a lot of higher level
Mine.
clerical magic that
Yeah.
require,
I just took everything to divvy up. I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna split it up.
you know, more.
Crushed gems and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
Listen, all of the stuff that I
that I definitely want. If we're going to a place that's selling gems, yeah, I'm gonna probably pick up some components.
Okay.
Or
So everybody gets 83 gold and 3 silver out of that.
Hey, that's like triple my
83
gold.
gold.
that triple.
In terms of components, the shop that you guys are going to, you can buy.
Debating if I want a pair of platinum rings. For
You can buy. Say 900 gold worth of components
I need 283 gold.
for gemstones that you're looking for.
Okay.
900 gold worth.
How many silver?
done.
3.
Whatever components you're buying, mark that off on your inventory.
Hang away.
Well, hold on a second. Because I want to roleplay that one.
Oh, me and we all went to a little gem appraisery shop
Yes.
to get rid of some gems, and I bought some gems for
Spell components.
spell components. You're welcome to talk about stone cutting with the men.
And we added 83, you said?
You said it was 900?
900 gold worth of components.
And how much did you give me, Troy?
I just give you 83.
So, where to next?
I said, are you?
Oh, you two.
We have something going on here.
Are you here? Yes, of course.
283 gold. Here you go.
Do you have any money left, Korak?
I have a plan. Don't worry. I'm alright.
He's trying to get out of debt as quick as possible.
It's a smart plan.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to be in debt to you.
No.
Well, I mean, what
the interest gathers daily.
300% per day.
No, I'm a fair lender, Korak.
I'm gonna spit water up everywhere.
So what are we talking a flat, like I'm giving you 1,000 more than you gave me, or 500 more than I gave you? What do you want to do?
We'll see when the time comes, but it is a fair deal. A basis of, well,
Yeah,
you know, if you pay me back tomorrow,
900 gold
it's
worth
probably
of
not going to be
gems
that
for
much. I
my
haven't
Well,
figured
no.
out an exact percent.
Well,
We'll
here,
discuss it
for
at a later
restoration,
point.
We'll make
I
them-
need to use
I-
diamond powder worth
Gold
at least
doesn't need much.
800.
So we'll say the minimum I will pay you back is 2,500. So were we to come into a boatload of wealth tomorrow, I would give you at least 2,500.
That is a perfectly fair deal.
Great, just need to find from all the hears.
But what if it takes him a really long time?
We said a minimum.
We'll work out.
Don't worry about adult.
Lily, we'll work out a percent. It will be a percentage based off of a daily, possibly, which would be a minuscule that wouldn't make much sense. So we should do more of a weekly based. So
Where
if
you
you
guys
do
going?
roughly,
Well, you see, principle. No. Where are we?
When my master was teaching me economics, I think I fell asleep.
So, to the seat of the king.
I mean,
I guess.
no other pressing matters that I can think of.
Did we return your thing to your person?
Yes,
No.
we. No.
no, we do not.
Or did you not want to do that? I'm
The
sorry.
thing to the person.
Yes.
Yes, well, I was figuring the seat of the king might be a good place to get pointed in the right direction.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I was just asking. I was not.
Yes, and Elisant is the one that we are looking to speak to find our way towards. Still looking old
To the seat of the king.
So, seat of the king.
That's the one, man.
So, as you head to the northeast corner of the city, you follow the path and it leads to the second interior ring. You can see that there is guards that aren't necessarily stopping each person as they go, but as they're walking through, the people kind of naturally kind of form into a single file line passing through this gate and are just kind of naturally walking slowly so that the guards can take stock of everyone that is walking into this area of the city. You can see more of the people that are walking into this area are dressed more like the people that owned the shops in Quran's Exchange. It's much more eloquently dressed. Not much more, it's more so. This is a slightly richer area of the city.
Korak fits
How are
in
we
now with
dressed?
his
You
his
are all
regal
dressed in
cape.
your armor. I assume that you've taken the time to clean yourselves. Korak is still naked, wearing a long, flowing red cloak.
I'm not naked.
Borderline.
Perhaps we should go change in some more
Yeah.
regal affair.
I mean,
No, we are the
much
saviors of
girth are we
Keltari.
talking
They
here?
would expect us to not
Because
look
you read
particularly.
I have no more.
Oh,
Well, that may not be true. I may have something
It's
I can dig out.
dual.
Korak, do you clean your beard up ever?
I'm not used to having a beard like this.
This is
I could certainly try.
I'm sure. I have a feeling Fenrir might be able to give you some good tips.
I mean, I don't think he's ever had one quite so full.
I see.
So
I've also never seen Fenrir clean his beard
Don't
before.
challenge him to a duel, please. We don't have time. Actually, you know what? No, we have plenty of
In
time.
fact, I can still see body parts from the Bahir in his beard. There's like a Bahir finger hanging out of his beard.
I'll tell you
You
what-
can see in amongst the beard the deep red hair that he has naturally. You swear some of it's
I
still
pull out
put
a-
together with blood,
I pull
but
out
you're
just
not
a,
sure.
I pull out just a regular dagger, and like
There's a bird in it.
look around. Or are we
It's
kind
not
of?
that
Are we like in the middle of the bustling area,
Oh
or
god.
is it just?
You guys have walked through into the next area of the city. But yeah,
Korak, and I just flip it towards him. So maybe just cut out the
I'm
pieces.
sorry. What is it? A knife?
Just a dagger.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was it my beard with the Bahir pieces?
I was making fun of Fenrir's beard.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh,
Fenrir's.
sorry.
Yeah,
he's,
'cause mine
he's not sure.
Mine just grew in.
He's not getting up close and looking at it, but it could also just be that it's just how his beard is.
I don't shower. I'm a stinky Fenrir.
You know, it might
Sleepy
be
and
nice.
stinky.
It never crossed my mind that you don't actually bathe yourself too often because you're always sleeping in right until we're leaving.
But
This is what
couldn't
I
he
do.
bathe before he went to bed?
I don't know, but he's always.
So when you sleep 12 hours a day, it's hard to find bathing time.
I know,
Oh, I
it
got
was-
an extra pencil.
Because this man steals mine.
So, as you're walking through the district,
So we're going to
King
the
pencils?
the seat of the king, correct? As you pass through, you see in the district to the left, a little bit south of, or east, of where you're heading. Your path is currently heading slightly southwest. You see a very plain looking area. But you see many symbols of a rising sun. It appears that this is a area of the city mostly devoted to the worship of Dolora, the sovereign of the sun. As you come to a large central intersection, you see two strange sights. Not strange, you see two sights. At one point in the intersection here, you see almost impossibly large cathedral. Several hundred feet high is the tower that's on the front of the cathedral. Large oak doors that stand 30, 40 feet high. They currently hang open, and you see at this point of day a procession of people walking into this large chapel. In the center of the intersection, you see a fountain, almost like a shrine built that there's circular. It's a fairly large fountain. You can see that it kind of builds up. There's multiple layers, and there's water rippling down across the fountain, made of marble. But at the top, there's a single large burning flame that is white, almost silver. Sindal and Albert, roll me religion checks.
18.
Albert, you recognize this is a shrine devoted to the Silver Flame, which is an off-brand religion, almost in itself. It is believed that the Silver Flame was
A cult within the cult of Dolora.
No.
It's more like Pastafarianism.
It is a... It's almost like the Holy Spirit of the Sovereign Host, essentially. It is a belief that it is the physical manifestation of the vindictive will of the host. That they are the ones that deal justice and vengeance amongst the host.
Vindictive is a strong word to use.
They are a rather small worshipping in comparison to the rest of the host, and it is the people that believe in the Silver Flame are mostly regarded as fanatics. But there is a fountain here that does pay homage to the fact that it does contain a place within the host. Making your way further south past the intersection.
I take out a small handkerchief and I polish the brooch that I have emblazoned with the symbol of the Thunder.
Continue further south. You come to another wall-off area of the city. This one, the walls aren't 100 feet high like before. These walls are maybe 25, 30 feet. But you can still see that there are guards patrolling it. And as you approach the gate is shut, and there are guards. There are guards that stand out front. And as you approach, state your business.
Greetings.
No wanderers here.
We come on a direct invitation from the king.
I pull out the letter.
Quest from the king. He takes the letter and he looks at it. Reads over, he looks at the wax seal. Alright, give me just a minute. He folds it up and he kind of calls up to the gate, and the portcullis raises. He walks through. You can see that the guards aren't like pointing weapons at you, but you can see that they are standing at the ready in case something happens. Then it walks by, or a minute passes, walks back up. Alright, you're to go see the king, follow me. And he kind of escorts you guys through, and you can see that this is This appears to be the rich area of the city. The houses are very finely crafted. I don't want to say like Victorian in make, but like they are very nice homes. Walking through the district for maybe about 5 minutes, you come to a contrast. You see a large stone keep that is very plain in comparison, made of simple gray stone, no ornate gemstones laid into the wall, no fancy designs. Seems almost formed and crafted for function than for show. You are escorted through the gates to the large set of doors in the front and being kind of guided through. And you're led to a set of double doors. The guard kind of hands you guys off to female elf with appropriate attire for being in the Hall of a King. You are all about to have audience with King Hasid Abren, 32nd in his line, King of the land of Hothane. She pushes open the door and leads you into a fairly simple hall. Again, no masterful gold decadent designs or anything of the like, just simple banners flown bearing the symbol of Hothane. As you approach, you see sitting on a simple wooden chair, slightly raised up on a dais, a man, and you see standing next to him a familiar face. The older, similar-faced Jeremiah, Kalran Chidore. You see sitting in the throne, or chair, it's not really a throne, a young man, maybe in his mid to late 20s, skin having a light tan to it, his black hair kind of slicked back, kind of short, well trimmed, a beard that's maybe only a couple days kind of grown into it. He wears simple, light, just earth-toned clothes, and you see on his he's just kind of sitting and watching as you all walk in. He's kind of eyeing each of you up. See a smile come across his face. As he goes to stand up, you can see as well several other people sitting in chairs near him. You can see a male elf that wears many earrings and rings. His hair has all kinds of ornaments and decorations kind of woven into it, very masterfully. You see sitting next to him a red-skinned female, her horns kind of curling up and around the back, the tips of them touching behind her head, her white hair flowing down between it, wearing a dress that seems to fit her form perfectly. Every slight shift in her movement, her hair kind of moves in such a way to show off the best features that she has. She just kind of watches all of you with a coy smile as you walk in. You see, sitting on the other side of the chair as well, a female half-elf, wearing simple gray robes, her long white hair trailing down, sitting on the floor next to where she is. You can see hanging around her neck is small pair of spectacles. The wrinkles, despite the fact that she is half-elf, there are very distinctly old signs of age. She is clearly reaching towards the end of a half-elf life. And the last to the left of her, you see a dwarf sitting just perfectly straight-shouldered, straight back, his arms and his fingers curled around the end of his armrests. You can see his beard is not super long, and his hair is pulled back into precise braids, almost like cornrows, kind of coming to the back, pulled back into a single. The beard is extremely well put together. It doesn't look like there is a single hair out of place on his entire form.
I start running up to him and I say, "Dude, how do you get your hair that way?" No, I don't.
Okay.
The guards immediately.
Henry died that day.
The entire building died that day.
Everybody
Fenrir walks out.
Roll initiative.
And you see as he watches, as you approach with a completely passive face, just seems the only acknowledgement is the fact that he is looking in your direction. As you approach, the female elf says, "My king, I present to you Nocturnum, as per your request." And he kind of nods. "Thank you." Stands up. Takes a few steps down from the dais, walking up to each of you. And then as you see him coming down, you see that several of the guards that are standing around seem to not tense up, but seem prepared as their king is approaching strangers. You can see as he stands up, he carries no weapons other than a single bladeless sword hilt at his side. Walks up and just takes a good long look at each of you. "So you're the saviors of Kelisari." His voice doesn't crack.
You're the saviors.
Yeah.
That's funny.
"So you are the saviors of Kelisari."
They played a pretty big pause on that, yes.
You see he kind of breaks more into a smile, almost like a boyish fascination. "I do hope that we can share a drink later. You can tell me all about it. I've heard what the bards have had to say so far, but I'd rather hear it straight from the words of the bard that lived it."
Wait, are those other bards telling my stories? I have to stop them.
Stories.
That's my money.
Yes. The bards sing tale of Zarnathdor, of Lily, of Albert, Fenrir, Aedros, Descendathos, and Sindal.
Tor?
And Tor. The name slipped my mind.
Fringe.
And he turns and he looks back to the tiefling. "Malleus, I do give credit to your sources. Be able to find seemingly strangers in the city and have them appear in the same day. I'm impressed." And she just kind of gives a nod. She says, "You're very easy to impress, my king." And he just kind of chuckles, steps back. "I'm sorry if this seems very formal for all of you to be coming here today. Really, I just wanted to meet you. I heard word from Calrin, as well as the bards, of what you did. I assumed that... Well, not assumed. Saviors of a city that falls in my kingdom. We must be celebrated. We must share drink and food. Swap tales. I wish to hear more about your adventures. What exactly happened in Kelisari? I've heard reports from Elisant and from Caloran, but none of them were there at the battle. None of them were there to fight against the avatar of Grunsh, his champion on this world.
I'm just curious. Can I insight him?
Sure,
To see
then
if
roll an
he's
insight
being
check.
genuine.
It's too bad we can't show him proof of what we found.
I get to re-roll.
Jesus, you roll so many ones.
It's so convenient that he got that.
And my insight is now an unnatural 20.
20? He seems very excited, almost like
Too excited.
not to that. It's almost like a kid who's excited to hear about the tales of old, to hear it from the local storyteller at night. He seems very enthusiastic to hear your story.
Okay.
Um,
Just curious.
While we were there and we did fight this avatar, the victory of Kelisari was nothing without your aid, and we and all of Kelisari do recognize that. So, thank you
and
again.
he kind of nods. While I appreciate it, was not my victory. Caloran insisted that I stay here in the city. Marching off would leave the city unprotected. The king of Nark must always be here to protect her people. So I had to send him off on his own with the army to go and seize all the glory for himself. You see just Caloran just kind of shakes his head.
I think I would gladly weave a tale over food and drinks. That sounds fantastic.
Well, wonderful. We'll have a feast tonight. It's still a little bit early, but if need be, we can start the celebration early if you're so inclined. But we did just eat not too long ago. We broke for lunch, so I think tonight would be a good time to feast.
Certainly.
We love to break bread with the champions if necessary.
Let's do it.
Oh, we will dress more appropriately on our next arrival.
And he just kind of looks down at himself.
I'm not changing.
I'm not worried about what you wear, and you can just see the elf with everything just seems to just get this look of just overwhelming disgust. The one that has all the earrings and the necklaces.
I like
He
that.
says,
I look at
"My king, I must insist to Garrick. These are my guests. If they don't want to wear other clothing, they don't have to. If they wish to dress up, so be it."
I look so
Garrick, so be it, my king. I will make sure that arrangements are put together. If you'll excuse me, champions. He turns and walks out.
It's Aaron.
Just air tap.
You can always add that extra A at the end.
It's a completely different meaning.
traumatic experience from our past that causes him to do that.
Just remember that tiny blue man setting the fire.
Well,
Trees.
I suppose then we will take our leave and join you back tonight.
Yes, I actually, come to think of it, didn't really have any real plans. I probably should have just summoned you for a feast, but that's... I assume it's not a big deal. I assume that you have time. You're here for the winter, of course.
We're pretty laid back people.
You won't be able to get very far if you plan to leave and go anywhere else.
We have our ways, but I do think we're considering staying for at least a while.
Wonderful. You're welcome to stay within the walls of our city as long as you wish.
Wonderful. Alright, well then, until tonight. It was wonderful to meet you, Johannes.
I look forward to meeting the rest of your council, I assume.
Oh, no, you've met all of the council here. Sorry, allow me to introduce them. Well, you saw Garrick leave. And he points to the tiefling. This is Malleus, my master of secrets. And he points to the old half-elf. This is Grand Curator Melfine Denan. She is the master of the arcane, leader of the curators at the Arcane Citadel. You've met Calvin, my master of war. And he points to the dwarf and he says, this is Oriver Thunderview, master of judgment.
Ooh.
I apologize if he doesn't seem very lively. He's
busy judging.
That's an awesome title. Oh, Master of Judgment.
And as the king is about to finish, the dwarf interrupts. He says, I'm a bit preoccupied with my thoughts. As he just continues to just passively look at each of you.
He's he's not actually a judge. All he does is just look at people and pass judgment on them. That's why he's the master of judgment.
He's just a highly judgmental dwarf. That's why he's an elitist, so that's why he looks so beautiful. He just passes judgment down to all the other conversations.
Calrin steps forward and says, my king, I will escort them out if it so pleases you. Of course, please. See them out. I look forward to meeting with all of you again tonight. For proper drink and eat.
Do we establish a time or anything?
Just later tonight.
Okay.
At sunset, yeah.
Okay.
Netflix and chill.
Calrin turns and leads all of you out into the kind of like a standing area as the door closes behind you. As you see a pair of, or not a pair, you see three farmers that kind of are waiting. They walk past into the hall after you were done. And you can see Calrin standing here in the same formal plate that you saw him wearing at the ceremony at Kelisaria, as well as on his back you see a long sword and the sheath across his back, as well as hanging from his belt the cold steel mace. I apologize if Hasid seems informal for a king. That is off-putting to those who are used to.
It's quite refreshing compared to how we were around the Empress of.
Yes, they are
Or just in Kelisaria.
opposite sides of the coin.
I actually found it
He's
very refreshing.
not at all like his father, Bali. I apologize. And he's kind of walking as you guys talk. As he's kind of walking more towards the outside of the keep. I apologize for not returning to speak to you, all of you, about Jeremiah after the celebration. I've had to do some thinking, and I wasn't prepared to talk about it. And I knew that you were traveling with a caravan back from Kelisaria to Hothane. I wasn't ready to face the past.
Fair enough.
So, again, I apologize for taking this mace. I know that it was his, but taking it and not offering any real thanks for parting ways.
It was a very out of the blue situation. I can't really blame you for the way you acted.
But perhaps tonight we can, while sharing drinks, you can tell me more about my son.
Gladly.
Please feel free to wander the streets of Alondra Promenade. It's this district of the city. It's quiet. You can find a nice place to rest if you wish to relax. If you have any questions, please just send word for me. I live here in this district of the city. If there's any help I can provide, please. I'll be more than willing to help.
I do have one question before we part ways.
Oh, of course.
The woman that used to be in charge of the training of the mages and such in the city of Calisari, Elisant?
Oh, Elisant, yes.
Where we may find her?
You would probably find her at the Arcane Citadel. She was... While the Empress dismissed her under her belief that Elisant failed in the training of wizards from the seminary, but they were not able to hold the orcs at bay, which is conversation for another time in itself. But the king saw her value and has had her reinstated as one of the curators at the Arcane Citadel in Commune of Knowledge. You'll most likely be able to find her there studying or doing whatever the curators do. I don't really know.
Maybe you can even answer this, since I think were you in charge of the fortresses that guarded the way out of the wildlands, as they're called?
Yes.
I think they fell into Hawkins' rule, didn't they?
Yes. The fortresses along the wildlands, the Shadow Dales, and the Dark Frontier are all manned by the armies of Hothane. I receive reports from what is going on there. However, I have other people underneath me that receive those reports and tell me what is happening in those places. Why do you ask?
We were there when it was being over on the orcs. The man who ran the fortress, Trent Midos, asked that we give this amulet, his amulet to his daughter.
The name is familiar.
We're just trying to find his daughter in the city. I don't know where we'd find her at.
And he kind of flags down someone that's in similar garb to what the elven female that Watch You Guys In was wearing. And he asks, and he whispers something to the guy, and he nods and he walks off. I can receive a report. We keep track of where all soldiers within the army live, as well as loved ones to get in touch with should something befall them. You see a couple minutes pass, and the scribe kind of walks up with a book and hands it to him. And he opens it up and flips through a couple. Trent Midos. Yes. So you'll want to go to I forget the name of it. Quran's Exchange. There's a dwarf smith by the name of Bamora. She employs his daughter. You'll most likely be able to find her there.
Is it Kamora?
Bamora.
Thank you very much for that information.
Of course.
Looking forward to speaking with you more tonight, hopefully.
As do I. If you'll excuse me. And he kind of, at this point, you guys are kind of at the front gate to the seat of the king. He parts ways.
Is there time for us to go to the exchange and get back in time for a
Yeah,
feast?
you guys will have about enough time to do that, as well as maybe one other thing. If there's anything else you guys want to do.
I have something I want to do.
Face
Does
Of my face.
I want my face tattooed on my face.
Always love a good dinner party RP.
So, as you go to back to Quran's exchange, you guys get some proper instructions as where to go. You're pointed to a small but simple smithy. As you walk in, you see that there is a storefront with a series of crafted iron and steel weapons, as well as a young human female with kind of pulled back into a simple ponytail, blonde hair, maybe in her mid-20s. And she sees all of you walking in. Hello, welcome to Bamora's shop. Can I be of assistance to you, gentlemen and lady, today?
Yes, I'm looking for. Not really looking for anything to purchase, looking for a person.
We have several of those here.
I'm looking for someone with the last name Midos.
That's me. Who's asking?
I don't know how to tell you this. We came from the far to the
East.
Far to the east, fortress that bordered the Wildlands. I believe your father was stationed there.
You see this kind of look of sad acceptance kind of come across her face. Yes, I received word of it about 2 weeks ago. What happened. You can kind of see that she's kind of not choking back tears, but just kind of swallowing hard. And you hear, "Is everything all right out there, lass?" A male voice. Yes, everything's fine. Is there a reason that you're coming to me to talk about this? I already received the report of what happened.
Right, I apologize for...
Before he died in battle, he wanted us to give you this. I present to her his medallion.
Okay. She kind of shaking hands reaches out and takes it. She opens up the small locket. And you start to see, you can see that there is a small picture of a blonde-haired woman. It's like almost like a small drawing of it, essentially, of a blonde-haired woman kind of sitting and holding and looking down at a small girl, a small baby in a bundle. You see that tears just sort of kind of roll down the front of her face. Where did you... He gave this to you?
At the fortresses of... Talon.
You just start to see that she just kind of starts to openly sob as she kind of takes it and holds it a little bit closer to her. And you can hear, What is going on out here? And you see walking out through the swinging door kind of opens up, and you can see a charcoal-skinned, white-haired male Dorgar walking through the front gate. Hi! What are you doing to Tifa? What's wrong with you? Tifa, you alright, lass? And you see he kind of walks up and puts his arm on her. What's going on? What'd you say to her to make her start crying?
It was about her father who passed recently. We spoke to him very, very shortly before he passed.
Oh.
He left a keepsake.
And you see that there's a look come across his face of, oh shit, I fucked up. You see that he just kind of turns, the kind of like milky white eyes just kind of turns back and Tifa, if you need to take a break and go outside, you can take a breather. Don't worry about it. I'll handle the shop. Alright, and she kind of stands up. I can't thank all of you enough. And you see that she kind of starts reaching down, and she starts to undo a coin purse.
Tifa, that is absolutely not even remotely necessary. Trent Midas was one of the finest leaders I had ever seen. And the loyalty of his men was unparalleled. Meeting him was more than enough, I think, for any of us.
Yes.
Yeah. He was one of a kind. For him to trust you with this has to be a show of your character as well. For you to have brought it all the way here. Are you sure I can't repay you?
Absolutely not. You don't have to give us anything for that. He was a good man. We wanted to do this as a favor for him.
She kind of walks up and just kind of like takes your hand and just kind of gives it a squeeze. Thank you. And you hear the dwarf inside. Lamara, we need someone to cover the shop. All right, I'll be on it. And you kind of see like through the window the female dwarf kind of walk out from the back.
Dwarf or Dwarf?
Dwarf. And you see that they kind of both walk out into the storefront, are kind of talking to each other. If you don't mind, I think I need a moment by myself.
Certainly.
Thank you. What were your names?
Well, I am Sindal Falamir.
Well, just go.
Yeah.
This happens too often where we have to go through all of our names.
Thank you. All of you.
So your name was Tifa, right? That's
Tifa. You can see that she just kind of gives a weak smile as you can start to see tears kind of start to well up in her eyes again as she kind of turns and walks down the back alley next to her shop.
As she's walking away, I kind of just holler, we'll be in the city for a while. If you ever need anything, feel free to look us up.
She turns. Thank you. Keep that in mind. As you can see that as she turns, the tears sort of roll down her face as she walks away again. So anything you guys wanted to do before the feast?
Get cleaned up.
I need to find an adorable party dress to wear to the gala tonight.
Clothes shopping, you say?
Yep. Do you want to join me out there?
Oh, of course, Lily.
I've
Okay.
never been so excited to hang out with you.
Are there
guys
more
before.
magic shops in this section of the
Sorry.
city too?
You barely need to shop at all for this.
No.
Listen, there's
For-
nothing wrong with buying more fancy clothing.
For brevity,
You find exactly the dress you wanted, and
you find this is one of the largest trade hubs in the city, or on the continent. You can find a dress or outfit befitting for those to be in the court of a king. You may essentially spend an amount of gold that you think is proper to be in the court of a king.
How big of feathers do they have in their hats?
How big of a...
Fairly large, probably the largest you find is maybe about
that's not even large.
that pretty long for the plume,
This
let
one
alone
had a giant
the additional
The feather of a griffin.
end of it. So the actual plume itself is probably about that long.
Okay, alright.
I'm buying a new feathered hat.
Okay.
So
Now,
I can get interchangeable feather hats.
the new. You can only be attuned to one hat at a time. one feathered hat at a time. There is that's a new thing of the D&D.
Turn your head too fast,
Um,
take 1d4 gust damage.
Anti-whiplash.
But no. So I mean, like the hat will cost you 10 gold.
What about the dress?
For an adorable dress, it'll cost you.
250
How,
gold.
how adorable do you want to go?
I mean, go to Albero. Come back to me on this one.
How well dressed are you going?
Like,
Are you going full nines?
Right there, right there.
Okay. You can buy
I'm not.
an appropriate thing because there are many
Like,
regions of dress
Sundress.
that are for sale here.
Except for the
Um,
I'll go for one from my homelands.
homecoming dance style.
so you go and find dress that is more applicable to Haora,
Girls' night out.
the capital.
Oh,
It's more. It's about having multiple multicolored layers within the dress or within the outfit itself, of essentially like just different folds in the clothing itself, fitting into an array of different colors. Run you 150 gold for like top end. You can go down from there as low as you would think appropriate. But there is an array of clothing. And for a perfectly, horridly adorable dress, the most adorable you find is 200 gold pieces.
I'm looking for like.
And all of a sudden, Lily's morals fall apart.
Lily, you gotta be draped in all designer.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going for like girls' night out style dress up, like casual, like semi-formal.
Just slutty as hell.
How much
Stop.
boob?
Don't do that.
Stop.
Don't do that to this one. It's got to be functional too in case a fight breaks out.
Just like,
Oh my god.
Because there's gonna be a fight at the king's feast.
I'm not bringing like anything.
of course there
you
is.
you can find one for 25 gold.
Let's do it.
He's looking for a John Wick.
boo!
He's looking for a John Wick suit. That's bulletproof.
Yeah, right?
I'm looking for a gentleman Jack outfit. You can just like.
I don't want to go too all out. I'll throw in a 80.
80
That's
gold.
pretty
Okay.
reasonable. That's decent.
So
No matter
All of
how-
you
how
go
active I am, it's still
do the things you need to do to prepare yourselves. Wash up if you so choose. Spruce up. Pop the collar on your new red cloak.
Oh, don't do that.
Um,
Are there any
smells.
luxury, like loincloth shops?
A luxury loincloth.
Yes.
You can go and you find
MeUndies.com.
No, I actually have
Not
travelers.
that one.
I have traveler's clothes, and that's about the nicest thing I think I own.
traveler's clothes. I mean, you can fit into them. I mean,
Yeah.
they are just like worn clothes that you wore kind of during on the way here, even
And I'm-
because it's kind of cold. They're a little bit heavier.
I'll definitely wear my cloak.
Okay, so you kind of put on this kind of like worn, like dark brown. Probably was a white shirt at
I was
one
thinking
point,
white, yeah.
but it's
little darker
yeah,
than
it's a little dirty.
My dress is sleeveless to show off my tattoos.
Okay,
That is a good note to make.
Yeah, that is a good note
The
to
king's
make.
gonna think you're so trashy.
Hawaii.
But as you
There's
all
a fine line
Says the
between
guy
Hawaii
in
and
the
trashy.
loincloth and a
clean
fucking
yourselves
cape.
up,
Lily gets a tattoo and
Head
it's
back
trash,
to-
and so am I.
No rag rats.
as you head back to the gates of Alondra's Promenade. Oh, passing through the gates, Lune, once cleaned up, she wants to smell a little bit nice for this.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Go wash the dog.
So you can go and put you get some kind of ointments to kind of mix in with, or not ointments, like just oils and scents to kind of mix in with it a little bit.
Zorn does a nice little water thing on her.
Geyser.
So it's just essentially running her through the car wash.
Yeah.
I do the
I'm shooting the water up, and she just.
Does anybody have a wind spell to dry her off?
You guys have time to dry her off. She's not going in smelling like
We
wet
can,
dog.
we can towel dry her.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got this.
I don't know if this is possible, but since everyone's getting all fancy, I really want to consult that dwarf.
Oh,
How to be fancy.
when we're there, I'm talking to him.
I mean, he's a dwarf.
Well,
I have to talk to him.
Listen, Fenrir, I mean, we can definitely have a
fight
conversation
him.
with him.
Um,
Well, I mean, I didn't. We'll see.
So as you get excited,
Can I? All right.
well, you won't be able to talk to him beforehand.
Better yet, can I go around to these stores and ask the owners if they know this dwarf, and if they
Sure.
if they do?
Make an investigation check.
What's his style?
Probably the same exact
How willing
suit
is he
you
to
just
fight?
sold him.
Hey, like your sound.
They can
It
Wearing the
is
same exact tuxedo.
18.
18.
be so pissed.
So, going around and asking some of the shop owners, you learn very quickly that his name is both famous and infamous throughout the city. He is the Master of Judgment. He is, for all cases not brought before the king, he is the trusted judge for all issues within the city. He is the final word and say on all trials, and he is both judge and executioner. And you kind of learn through, like the history goes, that he is served through the current king's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. And it was declared that at any point the Master of Judgment is to carry out all sentences with the king present, because to be executioner, you must understand the weight of the judgments you cast.
So he's known to be just. Like, he's not a bad choice for his position. He's
He is
the best.
he is extremely calm, almost to the point that it is alienating. He has never been known to show emotion, ever. He is almost like a cold, calculating machine of judgment.
So, in other words, he's a dispassionate man.
Correct. He seems to be completely severed from emotion or empathy or sympathy. He is an arbiter of judgment.
So when you say
Sorry.
infamous,
And
you
I-
only mean that in a way of that he is an executioner.
Correct.
Okay. Not.
He's not out there chopping off people's heads for the hell of it, but
Okay. Because justice, without dispassion, is always in danger of not being true justice.
Did we get that on film?
yeah, we are still streaming.
Is
Alright.
that
Kaylee's running for office next year, so you gotta get that line.
That's a.
Okay.
I hope somebody got the quote.
No
but
Katie
nobody's
said
watching.
No one's watching.
That's alright.
I didn't get the quote either, so.
Hateful Eight.
Um,
Hateful Eight, everyone.
Haven't seen it.
I think I
Um,
tried to watch it. I didn't like it. But
I only watched it the once.
Sorry.
So,
No, wait.
Moving on. So I find out about him.
Sorry, I was thinking.
Okay. Very quickly.
as the rest of you, is there anything else that you guys wish to do before heading to the seat of the king?
I mean, I just want to
You
emulate
guys
him.
want to preview?
That's kind of the
something?
point of trying to find out who he was.
Okay.
I want to find out who his tailor is, I want to find out who his hairdresser is, and I want to show up like. I don't want to upscale him. I just want to show up as good looking.
He wants
as
to look
does.
exactly like he does.
From what you gather, it's all his job. He does not shop. He does not buy. He invests no coin with the people. The master of judgment earns no coin in this city.
What?
The master of judgment, that is his seat. That is his position.
What's he do for work?
He's given food and board,
That's it.
and it is a task. It is a task that is not given, but undertaken.
Does he have a little book with notes that he writes about everybody about how somebody looks fat today in that pink shirt or?
He calls
You don't know anything about that.
He calls it the gay burn.
All right.
Can I just have somebody try?
Burn book.
So can I have these people try and make me look as good as I possibly can?
It's really fun.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's going to cost you maybe 30 gold pieces to kind of get spruced up, but they'll clean you up. They'll shine up your armor. They'll shine it up real good.
Clean the poop out of your beard.
You really, your
They
armor's
kind of
there.
work to kind of pull your beard into braids, make it very
Spend 5
presentable.
more than
Not
you.
not
You didn't even get a dress.
used to it all the way that you are. And even Lune kind of gives. She kind of looks. She kind of gives you that puppy look, just
The tilted head.
the tilted head to the side whenever she sees you.
But by the time you get out of there, it's like 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I want to be like, you look funny too. We just washed you.
We
She
get
kinda walks up
an
and just-
oil painting of him and then make it into our group's emblem.
You stink too.
Good on my shield.
We'll have to
Two of
fix
it on
this
my
later.
chest.
Yeah, other than cleaning up and getting into, actual fancy clothing.
Right.
I mean, the only other thing I wanted to do was go to the commune, but that's like too.
Yeah,
long.
there's not really
That's
enough,
too-
enough
there's no
time to
for
investigate that
so-
properly.
Just wear my normal fancy clothes and my feather hat.
So,
Look as Bartley as possible.
as you all make your way back to the Laundress Promenade, again, showing your letter, and you guys, there was kind of word sent ahead of time to the guards. You make your way back to the seat of the king, and as you begin to start walking into the keep, that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Initiative. First thing next week.
Initiative with the king.
I sure hope not, because I doubt we have any of our weapons.
I've heard
working.
tale of your skill, but I want experience.
I am a
It wasn't really discussed, but I'm kind of assuming that we are simply in our.
I brought my
I
instruments, but that's it.
I trust that if I was bringing a weapon, which I probably would have been, you guys would have stopped me.
Well, in trying to expedite it, you had all of your weapons taken from you going into the throne room.
But I still have my rings.
The night my fancy new topaz.
They took weapons.
Can I
Stabby,
have
pointy
attuned to
thing.
my son of luck and undertune the hat of disguise? Is that
Sure, yeah. But guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, follow or give us a follow. We have a Twitter and Facebook and twitter.com/rollperspective. We have a YouTube channel. I think the link is in the description below for the video. But that's it, guys. We'll be back next Wednesday.
my dudes?
Bye, dudes.